explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simkins Howland believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simkins Howland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. Your fitness journey is your own, and at The Ridge, we're here to meet you wherever you're at with expert trainers, clean and spacious facilities, and amenities for the whole family. Fitness finally fits into your life. Whether it's lifting, swimming, playing, or just finding time to breathe, the Ridge Athletic Clubs are your place to grow stronger inside and out. Stop by one of our convenient locations or visit ridgeathletic.com to learn more. Bozeman strong, Ridge strong. Go Bobcats!
Back on the Intermountain Health pregame show, we are approaching kickoff between Montana State and San Diego. Keaton Gillogly joined now by head coach Brent Vigen. All right, Coach, you kind of talked a little bit about Justin Lamson just continuing to learn, continuing to get better. What are some of the areas you guys are really focused on with him as he continues to learn?
Well, I think it's improvement every time he's got a chance to be in a situation. Situational football and how you treat a football game is so different than practice, even though we practice situations in practice. So I know in particular just managing down a distance, making the right play, certainly the 2-minute scenario, which we had 2 of in that last game. I think we'll see marked improvement because experience is the greatest teacher, and he has his experience playing in games, but it's not as a regular quarterback, so it's not being able to tackle all those situations as they present themselves in a football game. So excited about what that means. I think it wasn't that Justin didn't handle those situations all that well. It's just I think there can be improvement there, and I think we'll see that throughout the season.
Speaking of improvement, as you look at this offensive line, you kind of talked about wanting to see a little more execution from them. What areas are you looking for in terms of their execution?
I think it's consistency. I think we've had stretches where they've played just fine, and then I think we've had breakdowns. And it only in an offensive line, it only takes one of them breaking down to have, the whole group not be able to function. So it's, can we eliminate those situations where we are getting maybe beat in a one-on-one scenario? We've been assignment sound, so it hasn't been that. It's just can we continue to play as a unit the way we need to. And again, it showed up at times. I think in particular, that first overtime, how I thought that group did particularly well. And then you fast forward to the last play of the game, it didn't happen that game. So I think we've seen improvement in each game, but it'd be nice to see it right from the start.
One aspect we didn't talk about much this week is the secondary. J.J. Dolan getting some more run up at that safety position, obviously the young corners. But overall with the secondary after a couple games, where do you feel like they're at?
I think continue to grow, and that's a group certainly that, week in, week out, as you add, the collective experience, we're kind of starting at zero for the most part. Taden and Caden certainly have played, and I know Taki had played, but that unit together, that's brand new as a group together. So I think they've taken a step each and every week. I think they've been competitive. While we haven't made every play on the back end, I think they've been competitive. They've by and large, been where they're supposed to be. I thought last week, that group tackled pretty well. It's a group that's going to continue to get tested. There's no doubt about that, and they got to keep rising to the occasion. And it's my hope we get a couple more games down the road. We're not talking about their experience or lack thereof anymore.
All right, let's turn our focus to this San Diego team coming off a ranked win at home against Southern Utah last time out. One of the things they did well was run the football with Matt Colombo, but it starts with the big guys up front. And for a non-scholarship D1 team like this, what kind of offensive line group, what kind of size and athleticism are they bringing here in that regard? Yeah,
I think they got decent length. They aren't the heaviest group by any means, but decent length. And then with that length, they have athleticism. And I think they play to that. I know last week's game against Southern Utah, they got up. I think that allowed them to continue to work on the run game. I think that's sometimes what you need. You need this opportunity to continue to build that as it goes along, and you gain confidence, you wear the other team down, etc. So I think they want to run it, even though they are more of a spread outfit at the same time. So they're willing to take what they give you, and our defense will hopefully show them multiple looks where there's a level of maybe confusion within that, but ultimately it does start with our ability to be the more physical outfit up front, and I like our chances there, but that's got to show up.
The guy behind him, Matt Colombo, wearing number 5, a USC transfer, ran for 200 yards last week. What kind of runner is he?
I think he's a guy that he looks like he's been around the college game for a while, which he has. Spent a bunch of time at USC, and now this is his opportunity to be the guy. I do think there's a level of patience. He does have the ability to break tackles, physically. There's not a lot of wasted movement, so pretty efficient physical runner, I think, would be the best way to describe him. And he's a workhorse. He's carried the ball over 50 times in 2 games, and I would suggest last week he just kept getting stronger and stronger as the game went on. So ideally, we are not allowing that to take hold, their run game, meaning, because he's a player, I think, looking at last week's film, that has the ability just to get better and better as the game goes along.
Dom Nankiel, their quarterback, only had 6 completions last week, but you've kind of alluded to he's still somebody who can really chuck it.
Yeah, good arm, quick release. They're an RPO kind of based offense, so whether that means he's handing it off, he's running it, or he's throwing it, I think those 3 options, he's more than capable of being dangerous, or they are more capable of being dangerous with him at the helm. He's extremely athletic, so you got to defend that piece to it, and again, his ability to get the ball out of his hands quick. So the more we can keep them off schedule, make him more of a passer, that's how this thing is going to work in our favor.
San Diego last week did a real nice job slowing the running game of Southern Utah. What's their strength in that regard, and how do they slow some of those opposing run teams?
Well, I think it's a pretty aggressive outfit as far as their alignment. They want to commit one more than you got, generally speaking, to the box as far as numbers go. And I thought they've played well up front. They're fundamentally very sound. They do move, but for the most part, they just they get you by numbers, and they tackled well. And now saying that, if they are plussing you there, they're down. As far as the secondary goes, I mean, they're going to let those guys play in a lot of one-on-one matchups. So it's got to be a deal where we combine our run game with our pass game to spread them out on defense, and then ideally the run game can get going, because if you become one-dimensional against them, you're playing right into what they want, and at the same time, we got to develop a running back run game while they still have maybe that extra hat in there. So a bit of a task for our guys, but staying ahead of the chains, being efficient on first down, whether it's through the run or a pass, is going to be key.
Looking at their roster, they definitely have a couple of transfers, but they also have a lot of guys on this team that have been in their program now for the last couple of years. When you do watch tape on them or another team that maybe has a lot of guys who have been in the system, is that something that stands out to you? Do you see that kind of advantage when there's been guys who are very familiar with whatever system's being run?
You generally think it would equate to maybe a better coach team, just because those guys have been in the systems. I think that would be natural to think that. So you're a team that's going to execute, at a higher level. That's probably going to have this. You're going to be able to say that they play for one another, so that they look like they're flying around and they're playing really hard. I think that comes with, a group that's been together and growing up. And this has been a really good football program. I know we played them a few years back, but they have a long history of success. And I know a couple years ago, we had a good game against them. I think they look better than they did a couple years ago, just physically. So again, we're gonna have to come out and play well, because this is a team that I think does believe, especially after that win last week. And this is going to be a big game for them to see where they are going on the road against a ranked team like us.
No doubt, going to be a big one between the Bobcats and the Toreros. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight today.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be ready to go between Montana State and San Diego. For head coach Brent Vigen, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is the Intermountain Health pregame show. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Bobcats on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Bobcat Pride, powered locally.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
You've seen Old Faithful, now go deeper. Come for the geyser, but stay for West Yellowstone, where real Montana magic happens. 2-minute door-to-park access, that's your reality here. Scenic hikes, wildlife encounters, and that cozy mountain town charm bleeding into your bones. Trade the crowds for wide-open skies. Download our travel guide and find your Yellowstone base camp in West Yellowstone. Stress-free, thrill-filled, and authentically wild. Visit YellowstoneDestination.com. West Yellowstone, your shortcut to true Montana moments.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House in Bozeman, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and legendary baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. We're proud to support Montana State University and Bobcat athletics all season long. So whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
Spirit of the West Marching Band is out on the field as we get ready for Montana State and San Diego today from Bobcat Stadium. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly alongside Leo Davis as we get ready for our kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. All right, let's take a look at some of the projected starting two deeps, beginning with the Torero offense. At left tackle, Oscar Weigel. At left guard, Nick Strumpf. At center, it's Micah Talavu. At right guard, it's Jack Dombra. At right tackle, it is Evans Bowling. Their quarterback is Dom Nankiel, a third-year junior, and their starting running back is Matt Colombo, a sixth-year player and a USC transfer. Peyton Smith is their tight end. Their starting wide receivers are Josh Heverly, Cole Monarch, and Ben Mosley. On the other side for Montana State defensively, it's Iden Eckert, Brott, and Parsons across the front. Bryce Grebe, Cole Taylor starting at the linebacker spots. Taden Gray at the nickel. We will see both Bryant Meredith and J.J. Dolan at the safety spot. And then we will see Takari Carr and Jace McMillan starting at cornerback. On the other side, offensively for Montana State, Braden Zimmer at left tackle, Everett Carr at left guard. J.T. Reed is the center, Titan Fleischman the right guard, and Cedric Jefferson the right tackle. Justin Lamson at quarterback, with Adam Jones and Julius Davis as the running backs. Rylan Schlepp the starting at tight end. And then we will see Ryan King, Taco Dollar, and Dane Steele as the starting wide receivers. For the Toreros defense, Caden Gibson, Brian Coburn, Javion Reels, and Malachi Cooper are the starting D linemen. Jack Munro, Nate Fisher, Trey Moore the starting linebackers. Jake Higgins and Ezekiel Swain are the cornerbacks, and then Ryan Malaki and Ruben Lopez are the starting safeties. We are just about ready to go between Montana State and San Diego. One more time out, and we are ready to rock. Back with more of the Intermountain Health pregame show after this. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
I was raised by mountain roads and the smell of rain on dirt. Adventure didn't come with instructions. It came with sore legs, muddy jeans, and a camera roll full of places I never meant to find. Every corner of this state has something to say if you're willing to listen. And I've still got a lot of listening to do. Explore your state at visitmt.com.
Montana holds some of the greatest hunting in the country, and much of that occurs on private land. Access to private land is a key part of hunting and wildlife management, but that access is at risk with every gate left open, piece of litter left behind, or torn up ag field from someone driving where they weren't allowed. As hunters and guests in Montana, we must do better. Get familiar with Montana's block management program and follow the rules for every block management area you hunt, because we either do better or we'll lose access. It's that simple. It's up to us. Respect access, protect the hunt.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House in Bozeman, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and legendary baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. We're proud to support Montana State University and Bobcat athletics all season long. So whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
The values that built this state are the same that forged Montana State University in 1893 and molded our agricultural landscape. At Montana Farm Bureau, we stand for those same ideals of grit, hard work, determination, and individual freedom. Montana Farm Bureau is the trusted grassroots voice, shaping policy to safeguard Montana agriculture and cultivating a prosperous network that invigorates rural communities. Your Farm Bureau membership is an investment in keeping Montana, Montana. Join us today at mfbf.org and go Bobcats!
Hi, I'm Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. As a family-owned and operated community bank, we are focused only on serving the people, businesses, and communities of Montana. And now we are proud to be named one of the world's best banks by Forbes. We thank our customers for the trust you have put in us to meet your financial needs. If you don't know us, stop by and discover the difference at Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
Throughout Bozeman,
you just constantly preach togetherness.
And all across the Treasure State.
And team and being number one.
It's time for Bobcat football.
And he's sacked! Oh, what a big hit!
Today's about passion and energy.
79 yards into the Sonny Holland end zone. And he sends the Gold Rush crowd into a frenzy.
Pour everything we have into this opportunity.
Picks it up, makes the man miss the backfield, hurdles over a man. He stays on his feet down the right hand. Touchdown!
We are all Montana State. Bobcat Bill!
Bobcat football is brought to you by Town Pump, the exclusive sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild. Builder's First Source, leading supplier of professional grade building materials. And by DoorTech. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
It is a picture-perfect day to come together as one at Bobcat Stadium. Today It is the 4th-ranked Montana State University Bobcats coming in at 0-2, facing off against two of the great teams across the country, with Oregon now really kind of the early darling among a lot of the national prognosticators. Say they're one of the best teams around the country, something the Bobcat fans knew quite early in week one, and that tight, heartbreaking defeat in overtime last week against number 2 South Dakota State. Now the Bobcats with 2 more games to go before Big Sky play, trying to get right, iron things out, and put on a show today in front of another massive crowd at Bobcat Stadium. Bill McPhail is our on-site engineer today. Dan Davies is down on the sideline, and to my right is Leo Davis, as the Spirit of the West marching band is out on the field now, serenading what will be another 20,000 of our closest friends and family. All right, Leo, here we go. What another beautiful, beautiful day to be high up atop Bobcat Stadium.
Almost definitely. It's a beautiful day to put on the pads, button the chin strap, put the mouthpiece in, and just go take souls, Keaton. That's what it's like playing football, especially with the mindset of someone that plays on that line of scrimmage. That's how you got to see it. That's how you got to attack it. And it's a beautiful day for that.
Everybody's days in this game are numbered, and you never know when your number is up. And to have that moment and those days cherished is really the key to success, both as a player and as a team.
Oh, most definitely. And that's one thing I always preach to the young athletes that I coach. Take the game, hug it, hold it close to your heart, and just carry it with you, because you never know when your number will be called.
Today is our Pack the Place in Pink game. We are honoring breast cancer survivors today. This all presented by Billings Clinic. Billings Clinic Bozeman is proud to sponsor today's game to support breast cancer patients in our region. Early detection saves lives. To learn more, visit BillingsClinicBozeman.com. And Leo, I know this is a disease that has touched you and your family and some close ones a lot.
Yes, I'd like to give my sincere thoughts and condolences to the Miller family. Sharon Miller, she got called home. Her number was called on this last Tuesday. A good friend of my mother's, and I coached her son Cole Miller in football, and lifelong Bobcats, great Bobcat family, and so my heart and thoughts go out to them.
Thank you for that, Leo, on a day to remember all of those people who have been lost to breast cancer or who are still surviving and fighting today, as well as to the support system that helps prop up those fighters and survivors. Spirit of the West Marching Band have just spelled out Vim down on the field, and we are getting ready for all that special pomp and circumstance with the pyrotechnics lined up and everybody lining up along the hash marks right now. All right, before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is Montana State football. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside Leo Davis. Dan Davies is down on the sideline. We'll get to him here in just a moment. But 73 degrees as we get ready to go today. A couple of clouds overhead. There was a very, very minor threat of some sprinkles and some rain. I do see Leo over the top of the bridges right now. That is a big old semi-menacing looking cloud. We'll see if that turns into anything.
We never know. You know, that's the beauty about Montana. You wait 5 minutes and the weather changes. But as of right now, perfect. Sun, couldn't get any better.
This is what it's all about, and we are approaching kickoff, and the rodeo team is all lined up on the far side from the press box to the right of the second-year video board. They're all holding their flags right now. They're testing out the pyrotechnics with a couple of flashes, and we are close to that great eruption that marks the start of another football Saturday afternoon at 11th and Kagi. Dan Davies is our third member of the team down on the field right now. Dan, how we feeling down there? How's the weather? How's it looking?
Yeah, it is a beautiful afternoon right now. A little slight breeze, but it's not going to be a factor here, at least early in the game. But there's people that are hungry for a victory here this afternoon. You can just feel it throughout the whole stadium.
And really, Dan, you know, you look at these first two games, it might be easy for some fans to panic if they're not really paying attention to the details, but at the end of the day, this is a team that seems to have a lot of answers to the burning questions right now.
Yeah, without a doubt, and to be 0-2 and to be number 4 in the country, that shows some respect. Now it's just up to the Bobcats to get over that hump, get that first win. Can't get 2 wins to get the first one.
No doubt, that is a perfect way to think about it, and we are just about ready to go. They just played the one of the highlight videos up on the big 4K video board. They are counting down at 5 and then 4. Now the crowd starting to count along. Not much of a breeze up on the flags up top, but Dan telling us there is some breeze on the field, which may feel a slight impact, or at the very least cool you down a little bit. And now all those sweet slow motion highlights from all the great moments both in recent years and in the long storied history of this Bobcat football program.
It gives me goosebumps, Keaton, because I, as a fan, as a little kid growing up to be a Bobcat, I witnessed those from the stands, but also too I got to live through some of those, like the great Denarius McGee.
Well, I know it has been a bit painful for Montana State fans. They technically lost 3 in a row going back to the national championship game in January. An absolutely heartbreaking loss last week. But even though that historic national championship Dakota State victory type victory has not come yet, sure as God made green apples, that is coming in the near future. And this Bobcat team certainly seems to have the leadership and the mindset to get that done sooner rather than later.
They have the characteristics of a championship team, marked by their leader, the great coach Brent Vegan. I see nothing but wins in their future. But like I say in sports, you either win or you learn. And it's never a loss. It's an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to work harder, an opportunity to correct the things that need to be corrected.
Danny Aluila-Kepa is the narrator of the highlight video right now, showing the Bobcats carrying that big old Brawl of the Wild trophy, the Great Divide trophy, around on the shoulders, that 300-pound hunk of bronze that is decided between Montana and Montana State every year, and currently is sitting in the BAC, and the Bobcats, of course, in November will hope to retain that with a win in Missoula. But before we get to that, some questions and things to iron out for this Montana State team, which is loaded up with talent once again this year. And now they have come out of the locker room. They've got the camera on the video board on the team as they get settled up and lined up behind those big gray doors, which are underneath the Bozeman Health touchdown terrace. The doors have opened. And in the navy blue uniforms, they walk slowly toward one of the camera operators who's backpedaling so smoothly and so athletically, and they are just about ready to go. The rodeo team is lined up in their pink with the Bobcat flags, and we are set for the national champion rodeo team to head out onto the field now at Bobcat Stadium, spelling out Bobcat in the navy blue flags with the capitalized blue letters. Julius Davis carries out the American flag. Caden Dowler carrying the state of Montana flag, following the Spirit Squad with their pink palms today, heading into a pink draped Sunny Holland end zone as we approach our kickoff, and even some colors in the fireworks that are kind of green, yellow, and white all up over the video board now. The lights are on at the stadium, but not really taking much effect, with the sun shining brightly on that big cat head logo stretching from each 40-yard line as we get ready for our kickoff coming up here at the top of the hour. All right, Leo, as we do talk about some of these question marks for Montana State, give us one or two that you're looking for early to see if the Cats can find some answers.
I'm looking for the offensive line to play as a coercive unit. I want them to be able to go from point A to point B, which is level 2, the linebackers. Take level 1 to level 2, being able to open up those holes just a little bit longer for Julius Davis and Adam Jones.
Dan Davies down on the sideline right now as well. Dan, for you, what are some of those things you're hoping to have answered here in the early going today?
Well, I just think consistency offensively, establish some rhythm, let Justin Lamson get a good feel for this offense and be able to show what he's really capable of doing. And he showed sparks of that, but for him to get going and be consistent the entire game, what I'm looking for.
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. San Diego coming out onto the field now. They are wearing white pants with a royal and baby blue stripe on the side. White jersey tops with the San Diego written across the chest. Navy blue numbers, and again that same racing stripe in that baby blue and navy blue. Their helmets are navy blue with the baby blue T for Toreros. For the Bobcats today, as the captains head out to midfield, the Bobcats are in the gold pants with the white stripe, navy blue jerseys with the white numbers and the gold Montana State written across the chest. And today, sporting the gold helmets with a white racing stripe over the top and the white block M outlined in blue on the side of the helmet. Everybody dapping each other up.
Montana State won the toss, chose to defer.
As we get the results of the coin toss.
San Diego has a choice this half. Will receive.
So San Diego will receive the kickoff. Remind you, Jersey Mike's is an official partner of Montana State Athletics. Stop by your local Bozeman area restaurants today, located on West Main Street and Milltown Loop in Four Corners for your sandwich needs. Jersey Mike's. All right, Leo, we get a chance to see this Bobcat defense out first today. Boy, what a performance they put on last week despite the loss.
Oh, they carried the load major, Keaton. And so what I'm looking for is a quick turnaround this time, a 3-and-out. That would be phenomenal. And also, too, flawless execution on special teams. That's another thing that I wanted to point out. If we can do that all three phases of the game, we'll see the Bobcat team that our fans know and love.
2 punts blocked in the first 2 weeks, and head coach Brent Vigen did not mince words this week. He said flat out that cannot happen again, and you can see the difference. Everybody knows the difference that special teams can make, and there is a culture here of rising through special teams to earn the right to play snaps on Saturday afternoon in the Bobcat Blue and Gold.
That's how a lot of people earn their spot, from walk-on to full scholarship guys to be incoming team captains like the great Mikey Ryder. My brother, that's how he got his shine his freshman year, was on punt block and as well as kickoff return. So that's where it starts, is where you put something on the film. It's something that your teammates start to say, okay, yeah, this guy, he can play.
We did start to see some of that last week from some of the youth. Carson Williams had a big open field tackle. Mason Detman had a couple of big pressures. And Seth Brock had that electrifying fumble recovery for a touchdown after the whiff of a punt by South Dakota State. So although there were some obvious bads, there were also some very obvious goods, and a lot to build on for Montana State as they hunt win number 1 of a 2025 season. Bobcats will kick it away. Colby Froker is ready to boot it from left to right. Adam Kreider is the return man, standing a step into the navy blue end zone to our right. Game number 3 of 2025 is here. Froker approaches the football, and a line drive right-footed kick does land in the end zone in the O of Montana State. And we are ready to go, and this San Diego offense heads out onto the field under head coach Brandon Moore, who was the 2022 Division II National Coach of the Year. His offensive coordinator that year was Pete Sturbick, the Bobcats' current offensive coordinator when they were both at Colorado School of Mines. So familiar matchup there on the coaching staff. But for now, San Diego heading out onto the field in the road white, and it's Dom Nankiel, the Southern California native out of Mater Dei High School, who will lead this offense with Matt Colombo, the USC transfer at running back, coming off a 200-yard performance last week. First snap of the game, chest high. They fake the handoff. Nankiel rolling to his right, throws, and it is caught at the first down marker plus more, up to the 40-yard line and tackled there. Cole Monarch with a 15-yard pickup on the first play from scrimmage, and they're up to the 40. First down, San Diego.
Great job by the San Diego squad, just keeping low hat up front, being able to sell the play action. Looks like, hey, we just they found a void, and that's one thing. I'm proud of our open field tackling.
So it is Seth Johnson and Jace McMillan as the starting corners tonight, and Brian Meredith starting at the safety position, vacated by the injured Taki Luila-Kepa. First and 10 from their own 40 for San Diego. Shotgun formation, one tight end. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Colombo, running right, met in the backfield, and he's dropped for no gain. Jace McMillan giving up some LBs in that one-on-one matchup, but gets a good stop there. A sure-handed tackle by Jace McMillan, the redshirt freshman from Texas.
Great read by the freshman. We line up in an over front, meaning we're 3 techniques to the tight end side. There's only one guy to beat, and that's McMillan to the far right. He got it done.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. 2nd and 10 at their own 40 for San Diego. 5th all-time meeting between these two programs. The Bobcats are 4-0. 3 of those meetings came back in the 50s. Empty backfield, 4 receivers, shotgun snap, and Keel to throw. Fires over the middle, drops. Cole Taylor was there with a quick hit, incomplete, intended for the tight end Peyton Smith, 5 yards downfield to hash.
I like what we got cooking over here. We bring pressure this time with Tatum Gray off the snub side. Almost got home, Keaton. That would have been a big-time sack, but nothing better than 3rd and long.
Dom Solano in there right now in the middle of the Bobcat D-line with Iden, Cruz, and Parsons. So a little bit of a quicker package as we get to 3rd and 10. Boy, all 3rd downs are a big one. 1 receiver right, 3 to the left, including the tight end. Colombo, the running back, he's the workhorse for them, over 30 carries last week. But it's a passing situation. Bobcats showing pressure. Here's the snap. And Keel fires into the flat near side, near the numbers. Colombo to the 40, gets to the 45, and he's hit there. Bryant Meredith came in to clean up the crumbs. He is stopped about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. And San Diego on about 4th and 3. Milling around, deciding what they're going to do. And here comes the punt team, which sends Taco Dollar back to receive.
I'm excited for Taco Dollar to get his shine on special teams today. Great opportunity to be able to flip the field, give our offense a great starting position on the field.
Dollar mostly contained last week, hasn't really had an opportunity on a return. Here's the snap. The right-footed punt is away with a sideways spiral. It will bounce, kicks at the 20, takes a Bobcat bounce to the 25, and stopped just across the 25 near the 30-yard line. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club Annual Scholarship Fund to help support student athletes. Montana State getting ready to take the field offensively for the first time now. The ground game has been a topic of discussion for the first 2 weeks of the season. Justin Lamson is the leading rusher. If you take out the sacks, 31 carries for 139 yards, while Davis and Jones have combined for 137 yards on 35 carries. And we know the Bobcats want a little more balance, put a little more weight on the shoulders of Adam Jones and Julius Davis. Jones is lined up off the right hip of Justin Lamson as the Cats go to work at their own 26-yard line. First snap, screen pass, Dollar makes the catch, turns upfield, twisted out of bounds along the right sideline after a short gain, second down.
Quick little out screen. Taco just lined up, stacked over Ryan King, and he does a great job getting the inside block. Just gets a little edge. Positive yards is positive yards, Keaton.
Spread to the left are Dane Steele and Taco Dollar. Ryan King spread out to the right side. One tight end in a pistol formation with Julius Davis as the running back. Snap, play action, looking on for the near slant, and he throws complete to Dane Steele, throwing left. That is caught, and he is tackled with his forward momentum at the 34-yard line. Third down and medium coming up for Montana State.
Pass plays, we got a drag route coming across the middle. It takes a little time to develop. Great job by the offensive line, giving Lamson some time. Long handoff is what I call it, 4 yards a pop.
It's actually 3rd and 3, so not too bad here. Coach Fegan talked about wanting more production on those first and second down plays for the Bobcat offense. Snap on 3rd down, Lamson to throw, fires to the near side. Ryan King makes the catch, dives across the 40-yard line for the first down, marked at the 41, and the Bobcats move the chains. Ryan King with the catch, a First Interstate Bank first down as Ryan King collects his first reception of the season.
This Bobcat offense is finding that rhythm early. If we could just stay at this consistency, stay at this rhythm, good things are going to happen. Keep moving those chains.
Rylan Schlepp is the tight end on the right side of the line. Adam Jones is the running back. Fresh set it down to the 41-yard line. Snap, turns left, hands it off on the read, and Adam Jones bottled up with a 1-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and 9.
San Diego does a great job bringing pressure. They line up in an Okie front, 3 down linemen. They walk the outside linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. It's a gap-sound defense, and it's playing to their designation.
Rocky Lencioni and Hunter Province are the tight ends out now. Ryan King, Taco Dollar to the right. Pistol formation with Julius Davis, the running back, after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. Working on the right hash, driving from left to right in the home Navy Blues. The snap. Lamson fires over the middle, caught by the tight end, Rocky Lencioni. He's across the 50 and down to the 44-yard line. Rocky Lencioni, the former wide receiver for the Bozeman Hawks, making the catch over the middle.
Great hands by the Bozeman native. But I want to talk about Lamson for a second. Great job recognizing where pressure's coming from. Mike blitzes late. He finds the void, dials it in. First down, Bobcats.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Julius Davis is the running back. On 1st and 10, here's the snap, turns left, we got a flag. Davis up the middle, runs over a linebacker, picks up the first down, and he's just shy of the 30-yard line, but a flag is down at the original line of scrimmage. Also, correction, it was not Lencioni, it was Hunter Province who had that previous catch that picked up the first down. My apologies. See what the flag is.
Illegal motion. Offense number 23. 23 was in motion while he was on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
That'll back him up. 1st and 15 in the opposing 49-yard line.
15 yards is a lot to make up, but, uncharacteristic of Mr. Adam Jones, and very rare do we see both 23 and 32 on the field at the same time.
From Main Street to the end zone, Tire-Rama, Cooper Tires are proud supporters of your MSU Bobcats. For hometown service and unbeatable deals, visit Tire-Rama.com. Tire-Rama, more than just a tire store, we're part of your team. So 1st and 15, the snap. Lamson to throw. Fires over the middle, caught by Taco Dow at the 45, angling to the far side, hit from behind, and a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 11, working in the middle of the field.
Great job by Lamson letting the play develop. Today he looks like he's got his feet a little bit more settled. Last game he was kind of on his toes quite a bit, trying to escape the pocket. Great job trusting his front five, and great job by that front five giving him time.
Lamson has been a bit under pressure, sacked 3 times last week. 2nd and 11, the snap. Play action, Lamson rolls out, fires to the near side, caught by Taco Dowler across the 30, breaks a tackle, down the right sideline, touchdown, Montana State. Taco Dowler made the catch at the 30, stayed on his feet through a tackle attempt, and sprinted down the right sideline for the first score of the day.
Nothing like Taco Tuesday on a Saturday, but Mr. King with a big-time block on the sideline, freeing him up so he can walk in unscathed.
Oh, a great job breaking that tackle initially, and like you said, that block downfield, a long strike for the Bobcat offense. Dan, the first touchdown reception of the year for Montana State.
Yeah, no, that's exciting, and nice to see that pass game go a little bit. That'll open up the running game here down the road.
Here's the snap. Froker puts the hold down, and Sanstead puts the PAT through. The Town Pump touchdown converted, a 45-yard score for Montana State. And the Conoco kick is good from Miles Sanstead. So the first touchdown pass by Justin Lamson, the Bobcat blue and gold, for Taco Dollar's first touchdown reception of the year, and the 12th touchdown reception of his career. We'll take a break. 9:21 to go, first quarter. Montana State leading 7-0 over San Diego. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Montana Farm Bureau is a trusted grassroots voice, shaping policy to safeguard Montana agriculture and cultivating a prosperous network that invigorates rural communities. Your Farm Bureau membership is the investment in keeping Montana. Join us today at mfbf.org and go Bobcats. Thanks to a 45-yard catch and run leading to a touchdown from Taco Dollar, the Bobcats have a 7-0 lead over the San Diego Toreros. 9:21 to go, first quarter. It was a 7-play, 74-yard drive over 3 minutes and 26 seconds. And Leo, the Bobcats, 1 carry for 2 yards, but Lamson 6 of 6 through the air on the play.
Hey, great job. We got one called back where Julius definitely had a 12-yard pop. We just can't make penalties. Fortunately for us, it wasn't a play-ending penalty. Those are one things that you don't want. You don't want a play or a drive killer at all. Great job by the Bobcats, both series, offense and defense. This is what we're accustomed to seeing.
Dollar had 3 catches for 51 yards on that drive as Colby Froker kicks this away, and it's caught by Adam Kreider in the end zone for a touchback. So San Diego will take over, driving from right to left. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we know how hard work pays off on the job site, on the ranch, and on the field. That's why we're proud to be your local Ford truck headquarters and supporters of MSU football. Get started today at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. San Diego back out of the field. They did pick up a first down on that first drive, and we'll see what they have in store here with their second opportunity to work with the football. Set up on the right hash of the road, Whites. San Diego ready to go with their back to the Sonny Holland end zone. Snap, they hand it off. Colombo looking for room, trying to bounce it to the outside, and he is tackled in the backfield by Seth Johnson. Oh, he was looking up and down the entire line, and it was Seth Johnson there with a TFL.
Great job by Mr. Johnson, just filling the void, reading his keys and attacking, flying around like an unguided missile. That's how you play defense.
First tackle for loss by the redshirt freshman Seth Johnson, playing in his third career game. One of that trio of Texas boys at the cornerback position.
Bunch of speedsters, I tell you what. He covered ground real quick.
They were all track stars. Two receivers right, one to the left. 2nd and 11. Two running backs, one in motion. The snap, they hand it off. Colombo hits the line, and he is bear hugged. That was Bryce Grebe there. A 1-yard pickup to the 26-yard line, driving from right to left. 3rd and 9 for the San Diego offense.
That was a great football play by Mr. Grebe. He comes off the C gap, takes a block, sheds the block into the B gap, and is able to solidify the tackle. Now that's hard-nosed, hard-style football from Melstone.
Dom Solano getting some more run in the Bobcat D-line, a third-year sophomore from Glendale, Arizona. 6'4", 235, a guy the coaching staff is very high on. Two receivers right, two to the left. Shotgun formation on 3rd and long. From the left hash mark. Van Keel claps his hands, takes the snap, looks left, throws. Caught but short of the first down. Two-hand catch by a diving tight end, Peyton Smith. But he comes up 2 yards shy of the first down marker. And San Diego faces a 4th and short, and the punt unit is heading out onto the field.
Great 3-and-out series by this defense. I love the way they're playing. I love the method that Coach Howe is bringing to the table. A little bit of pressure mixed with a little bit of bass. Nothing better than that, Keaton.
Taco Dollar back to receive. Here's the snap. They bring the house. The punt is off. On the near side, a fair catch called for. And Dollar makes a crouched catch at the 30-yard line on the near right sideline. And the Bobcats will have the football driving from left to right when we come back. Montana State leads San Diego 7-0 with 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Your Montana Chevy dealers, home to powerful trucks like the legendary Chevy Silverado. With 9 trims and 4 powertrains to choose from, you'll find the perfect blend of capability and efficiency that's right for you. Plus, for a long day of towing, Silverado offers advanced camera tech so you can feel confident every mile of the way. From hitching to driving to parking. Test drive the Chevy Silverado and check out current offers at your Montana Chevy dealers. Proud sponsors of your Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Exciting news from Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers. They're giving away a stunning $10,000 engagement ring. Imagine the look on your loved one's face. Visit bit.ly/game-winning-proposal-25 to enter. Don't miss your chance to shine bright. Visit Goldsmith Gallery's new location in Bozeman, proudly an official jeweler of Bobcat Athletics. Quick check on the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Intermountain Health. At halftime, Northern Colorado trailing South Dakota 10-6, and North Dakota and Montana just getting underway now. Here, the Bobcats lead it 7-0 against the Toreros. 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Dan Davies, the third member of our team down the field. Dan, it was a nice drive for the Bobcats, albeit a lot through the air on that first touch.
Yeah, nice mix of play calling right there, and successful. I've just kind of looked around behind me and viewed the whole stadium. It is full again. That standing room only is packed again. How about those Bobcat fans?
Oh, I love it. We're expecting this to be the 28th consecutive sellout at Bobcat Stadium. This is as good as it gets. Bobcats taking over now as TV timeout clock expires. 2 receivers to the lefts, a tight end left of the line, and 1 tight end to the right of the line. Pistol formation. Snap to Lamson, turns left, hands to Julius Davis, bounces to the right, and tackled from behind as he crosses the 35. They mark him at the 38-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd and short. We're going to need the chain gang to kind of clean up that marker over there. I think it's at the 40, but the little orange arrow is a little ajar.
No, it is. In a game of inches, you kind of want to have that arrow just a little bit back. It's 6 inches over.
Now the 2nd down snap, turns right, hands it off. Julius Davis is free. Down the middle of the field, up at the 50-yard line into San Diego Torero territory. Up to the 46 in plus territory, and Julius Davis with a gash.
Oh, what a great hole. I mean, I could have done a somersault, tied my shoe. Julius Davis does a great job finding it and just planting his foot down, making one move and go.
First Interstate Bank first down into positive territory for Montana State. They shift the 2 tight ends to the left side of the line. Julius Davis up on the left hip of Lamson for a first down snap. Here it is. Turns left, hands it off. Davis probing the middle and upended as he does fall forward. They mark him at the 42 or 43-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd and medium.
I love watching the maturity of Mr. Davis. Last year, he would have put his head down and moved that pile. This time, he kind of lets the play develop, bounces it to the backside, and gains a few yards. Great job by the ball carrier.
Julius Davis, the 7th-year man out of Wisconsin, got an extra redshirt year after the injury he suffered in spring ball last year, which cost him most of last year. Here's the snap, turns right, hands it off. Adam Jones into smoke. Not much doing, although the rugby pile does move ahead to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Bobcat offense, driving from left to right with a 7-0 lead late in the first quarter.
This is what you want to see, staying ahead of the sticks. It's 3rd and 4, very 3rd and manageable. Playbook's open. You can run, you can pass. I would like to see, something go to the air, something, maybe a quick screen to the left side. We'll see.
4 plays all on the ground for 30 yards out this drive so far. The big rush by Julius Davis was a 16-yard gainer. Shotgun snap. They do throw the screen to the far side. Adam Jones makes the catch, working along the numbers. Stays on his feet across the first down marker and falls ahead to the 31-yard line. First Interstate Bank first down. Adam Jones with another reception, his 7th of the year.
Oh, great job, and he's sure-handed out of the backfield. That swing route into the screen, Adam Jones does a great job looking at it, catching, finding yards, and keeping the chains moving. Playing ahead of the sticks today, Keaton.
Couple of first downs now on this drive. Dowler and Ryan King spread out to the right. 2 tight ends, pistol formation. Adam Jones, the running back. Snap, turns right, play action, looking to throw, pumps, takes a deep shot to the end zone, leaping up, tipped, picked. Flag on the play, should be pass interference, but it's coming back the other way. And finally the tackle. No, he's still on his feet. Now they say he stepped out of bounds. So it was interception by Ruben Lopez. But this looked like it was pass interference and looked pretty clear and obvious.
Oh, very clear and obvious. I mean, Taco left his feet for the ball, and the cornerback did not do anything to play the ball.
Pass interference, number 2. Defense, 15-yard penalty. Automatic, first down.
Okay, so they're calling that contact as well at the 1-yard line, not in the end zone either. So it's a 15-yard penalty rather than putting them up at the 2. A nice play, nice catch, but yeah, the cornerback never really turned around. An easy call for the official.
Very easy call, and unfortunate for San Diego, but very fortunate for us. Now, a play like that, Keaton, Taco Della runs a post corner route. He's running to the post, shakes off the safety, wide open. Great job by the offensive line, giving Lamson some time for that big bomb to be able to develop.
Bobcats have 4 receivers out there now. 1st and 10 up at the 16-yard line, so into the Rose Hours red zone for the first time today. Jabez Woods in motion. Here's the snap. Lamson to throw. Looking left. Now fires for the end zone. Julius Davis snow over his head, out of his reach. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like the decision. I mean, Davis had him beat. I'd like to see that ball complete for a touchdown, but I'm very proud of how Lamson is setting his feet today, trusting the pocket. He looks a lot more relaxed today, don't he?
Yeah. He's getting a little more time so far. The Bobcats just really honestly looking for more consistency. It's not that they haven't hit the ceiling at the offensive line position, but they haven't hit every play series in and series out. 2nd and 10 now. Dane Steele in motion. Here's the snap. Turns left, hands it off. Adam Jones, ripped down. Got caught behind the line of scrimmage. Made it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
third down situation in the red zone. We got to think score. It's green zone, go zone. We have to be having our eyes on the prize. Not so much getting to the end zone right now, but making sure we solidify a first down.
So 3rd and 10 at the 16-yard line in the red zone. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Shotgun snap, a little bit high, brings it down. Lamson under pressure, twisted down and a big sack. Nate Fisher had a sack last week, and after the big pass interference, the Bobcats lose some yards, and now it'll be a field goal attempt from Miles Sandstead.
One of those things about consistency, we were just talking about Keaton. Some good plays, some bad plays. Totally ill-timed from the get-go. High snap, pressure came. One of those things you wish you could get back, but you can't because that's life and that's football.
This is a 43-yard attempt from the left hash. Brody Johnson snaps it. Froker puts it down with a right-footed kick by Miles Sandstead. It's got the leg. It's got the accuracy. It's good from 43 yards out from Miles Sandstead. And the Bobcats add their lead up 10-0 with 2:53 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Again, the Bobcats able to convert on the 43-yard field goal. A 9-play, 45-yard drive over 4.5 minutes. Bobcats 10, Toreros nothing. 2:53 left in the first. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
At First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Miles Sandstead converting a 43-yard field goal attempt. That has put the Bobcats in front 10-0 against the San Diego Toreros. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. And Leo, some good there on the drive for the Bobcats, but they did go backwards once they got into the red zone.
One thing I liked is the ground game. We talked about it, and they went out and did it. A couple of things. You got to play consistency. You can't have 4 out of 5 plays. You got to have 5 for 5. And those are things that are going to come. They're going to get on the same page. But we have to keep in mind we got certain players in different positions, and until Mastel comes back, we really don't know what that's going to look like.
Burke Mastel breaking his hand before the season began, moving JT Reed into the center position and shuffling everything else around. Here's the kickoff, the right-footed kick from Colby Froker, and it's caught with a fair catch in the end zone. Builders First Source is the leading supplier of professional-grade building materials. Find one of our 9 Montana locations at BLDR.com. Builders First Source, a proud sponsor of Bobcat football. Bobcat defense is back out there once again. Hunter Parsons, Alec Eckert, Paul Brott, and Dom Solano are on the D line. Carson Williams and Takari Carr are in at the cornerback positions, and Ryan Crea getting an opportunity at the linebacker spot right now. Bobcat D-line show they were the spine and backbone of this Bobcat defense last week. Shotgun formation from their own 25. Snap, turns right, hands it off. Colombo met in the backfield and dropped. Quick tackle, falls to the original line of scrimmage. It was Ryan Crea in there first on the scene, the Great Falls Junior.
Mr. Crea just sees the opening, says, you know what, that's my responsibility. I'm taking whatever comes my way. Does a great job wrapping him up and driving him to the ground.
The linebacker position was viewed as one of the more shallow positions for the Bobcats coming into the year. Neil Daly still injured. He'll be out for a couple of weeks. But the revelation of Cole Taylor along with Bryce Greeby has really helped elevate that group. Second down snap, little high, keeps it the pitch, hands it off to Kreider, and he is stopped and tackled at the original line of scrimmage. Correa stayed home, and Hunter Parsons gets credit for the tackle. 3rd and 10 for the Toreros offense.
Parsons does a great job playing the feather technique, which means he knows he's the read guy. He's not going to bite on the dive. He has to make sure the quarterback ensures the pitch so everybody can rally to the outside. Great job with fundamental football.
Bobcats to give up that early first down on the first play from scrimmage. Other than that, they have been stalwarts. 1:40 to go first quarter. Cats up 10-0. Big third down. One receiver right, two to the left. Shotgun formation. Snap. Nankeel to throw. Pressured. Sacked. Caden Dowler brought him down. Punches the air. Electrocuted. Shouting off into the Sonny Holland end zone. And it was Caden Dowler who brought out the state of Montana flag today that picks up the sack.
Caden Dowler, or are we talking Troy Polamalu, because he flew in there. It gave me reminiscence of 043 out there for the Steelers, man. The way he plays, I love it. Now he says, hey, go get it, twin.
Yes, sir. His twin, Taco Dowler, is back. The snap is low, skips in there, but they do get the kickoff. Dowler backing up, and it lands at the 30 and bounces out of bounds. By the way, for Caden Dowler, that was his first career sack. A big-time moment for Caden Dowler. And, boy, Dan, awesome to watch Caden get a moment like that. That was a clear sack that the dreams are made of.
Oh, he timed that perfectly, too, because he didn't come right away. A little bit of a delay, and that seam was there, and he was on him before quarterback knew what he was couldn't get rid of it.
Always those career first career sack for Caden Dowler, always a little extra special.
Oh, very special. And the way he punched the air like that, man, I'd be watching out for that fist.
Pistol formation, one receiver left, two to the right. Snap. Turns right, hands it off. Adam Jones gets to the line of scrimmage, but only has a yard to gain. So Bobcats now 8 carries for 24 yards with that big 10-yard loss of a sack. So some struggles there for Montana State, still trying to get that ground game going.
Yeah, he's got to be able to keep your feet and kick to the trash. We say that about the running backs, but as an offensive lineman, it's very imperative that you stay up on your own, too, free from injury, making sure that the holes open up.
Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Adam Jones, the running back. 2nd and 9, the snap to throw. Lamson over the middle, caught Taco Dowler, Dane Steele, across the 30. They gave him the forward progress up to the 38-yard line. So they do set up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Mr. Steele, Mr. Dowler, the 8-4-1-4, they move a lot alike. They're built the same, so it's great to be able to see that 1-2 combo over there on the far left side.
They're almost identical. They're both about 5'10", 175. And that takes us to the end of the first quarter. So the ground game slightly questionable so far, but Justin Lamson 8 of 9 through the air for 93 passing yards and his first passing touchdown of the season. Those are some of our Town Pump quarter stats through 15 minutes of play. Let's head to the second quarter. Bobcats leading the Toreros with the football, leading 10-0. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Bobcats on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Bobcat Pride, powered locally.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Jim Harrison once said, "It's hard to be unhappy in the middle of a river." Of course, we'd like to add, on top of a mountain, inside a log cabin, driving down a dirt road with a view. You see, Montana is our home, and no one is happier to show it to you. Yellowstone Brokers.
Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. We get ready to start the second quarter. 10-0 lead for the Bobcats over the Toreros. Montana State has the football facing a 3rd and 2 at their own 38-yard line, and a prominent Davis making the video board during the last commercial break.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Mama Davis, sorry, stuttering my words a little bit, because she's used to seeing her sons up there, and it's kind of role reversal this time. Her boys get to see her up there. That's awesome.
Always love to see that. We remind you the Town Pump is the exclusive sponsor of the exciting Brawl of the Wild. We invite you to visit a Town Pump store on your way home for gas and snacks. Safe travels from Town Pump. Quick update on some national scores presented by Intermountain Health. Oregon beats Northwestern 34-14 today. They dominated that game. They gave up 14 late points in the fourth quarter. Georgia Tech upsets Clemson 24-21 today. And Alabama dominates Wisconsin 38-14. So just some of the top 25 scores that are alive at the moment. Of course, full slate of action across the Big Sky today. South Dakota leading at the half against Northern Colorado 10-6. North Dakota strikes first. They lead 6-0 at Montana in Missoula with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter there. So keeping an eye and up to date on all of that. Now the Bobcats going back to work offensively at this moment. First career sack so far today for Caden Dollar. First career TFL for Seth Johnson. Justin Lamson with his first Bobcat touchdown pass. That was to Taco Dowler earlier, and Miles Sandstead has a 43-yard field goal today. One receiver to the right, two to the left, pistol formation with Adam Jones as the running back, single tight end right of the line. Steele in motion, left to right. Here's the snap, turns right, hands it off. Adam Jones up the middle and tripped up as he falls toward that first down marker. They mark him a yard shy. 4th and 1 at their own 39-yard line.
Not a fan of the spot, but great job by Mr. Steele coming in motion to the backside, picking up a defensive end at his size and stature. I love the heart. I love that we're able to go out there and get it done against guys that are twice our size. Good job by the young man.
Bobcats are going to go for it here. 4th and less than a yard. Two tight ends on the right of the line. Two receivers left, pistol formation. Adam Jones, the running back. Snap, turns right, hands it off. Adam Jones dives forward, and he picks up the first down by a yard, maybe two. That was a gritty gain. They do convert on 4th down. First Interstate Bank first down.
Hand-to-hand combat right there in the trenches. Got to have it. They get it done. Time to reset. Go back to the drawing board. You're approaching midfield, so your playbook kind of opens up a little bit. You can go long. You can go short. You can run to the outside. I would like to see this ground game just really pick up some steam.
So Coach Vegan showing the expectation that you should get a yard on 4th and 1, even in their own territory. Bobcats still at their own 41-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Snap. Fakes the screen. Lamson keeps it. It was all blown up, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, it looked like that San Diego just had that covered.
San Diego does a great job dialing up heavy pressure. They bring 6. Looking for the screen, trying to read them off a little bit, expecting them to play off their heels, but that's just part of that chess game, Keaton. You just got to be able to get it done with whatever you got out left on the board.
Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for all Montana State students. Shop at the MSU Bookstore on campus in the sub, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, and 24/7 online at msubookstore.org. One receiver right, two to the left. Tight end in motion, that's Hunter Province. Julius Davis, the running back. 2nd and 12 after the 2-yard loss. Snap. Lamson to throw. Looking left, looking over the middle, runs through his reads, now tucks it, and he takes it across the 45-yard line. They mark him at the 45-yard line. So 3rd and 6 for the Bobcat offense after a 6-yard rush.
Great decision by Lamson. They line up in an Okie front. They got 5 men on the line of scrimmage, but that's the beauty of lining up in that front, Keaton. Your defensive ends are inside shade of the tackles. You can either drop the linebackers or rush them. It kind of keeps people guessing. Great read.
Lamson came in as the Bobcat leading rusher. Not technically what they really want out of this offense. Here's the snap. Lamson to throw. Fires near side. Dane Steele makes the catch and dives for the first down marker. He got it.
Great job with that football IQ from Mr. Dane Steele. He knows where he's at on the field, looks for the sticks, gets across to ensure that first down. No gray area, no measurement needed.
Dane Steele doing a nice job. That was his 4th catch today. He's got 8 catches now in his career. Did not have a catch last year, playing in a couple of games. One receiver right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation, a first interstate bake, first down, just on the positive side of the 50. Snap. Play action, throws, and tipped, and incomplete. King had it, got hit, popped up in the air. 2 Toreros got a fingertip on it, but it falls to the turf. No interception there, but it was close.
Oh, it was definitely close, and it looks like San Diego really works that tip drill in practice. I mean, they're all over it. Balls in the air, they're flying around, diving for it. So these guys are hungry. They came to play, so you just got to be able to keep it moving. Go reach pay dirt.
They had 12 interceptions as a team last year. They had 2 near picks last week against Southern Utah. Under 12 to play in the second quarter. The Cats up 10-0. 2nd and 10. The snap. Hands it off. Adam Jones hits the linebacker, stays on his feet, but does not gain any additional yardage. They give him the 46-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Bobcat offense. It's 3rd and 8.
3rd and long situation like this is another gotta-have-it situation. You're encroaching on them. We want to keep the offense on the field because the best defense is a good offense, and we want to be able to eat this clock, put points on the board, and just keep playing flawless.
Cats have already converted a 4th down attempt on this drive. Haven't gained a ton on this drive so far. They are in positive territory. Here's the snap. Lamson to throw. He's under pressure. Stays on his feet and sacked. Initially stayed on his feet, but it was River Abendroth who picks up the sack. The Bobcats will punt.
This San Diego defense is fast. They know how to close the distance between them and the ball carrier. Well-coached defense, I must say. So they're doing a good job. We just have to be able to get it done. If he needs 6 seconds, give him 7.
And now the Bobcats with their first punt. All eyes will be on the punting unit for really the rest of the year after having 2 blocked in the first 2 weeks. Snap, knee high. Froker gets it off cleanly near the 10-yard line. Caught there on the right hash, cutting left, and tackled. Brody Johnson, the long snapper, got down for the tackle. San Diego will take over after this timeout. They will be at their own 19-yard line. 10:35 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats 10, Toreros nothing. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football presented by Learfield.
Out on the field.
Revelry is your neighborhood eatery, here to serve a wholesome and savory palate that celebrates Montana roots with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We revel in a natural and energetic habitat that livens any day. We serve Bozeman's best pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and salads in a comfortable environment with 2 amazing patios. We love hosting Bobcats old and new. Check us out at 24 North Tracy or online at revelrymt.com. Go Cats, go!
Being healthy means something different to everyone. For some, it's pushing limits. For others, it's just showing up. At the Ridge Athletic Clubs, we're here to support all of it with world-class equipment, group fitness, child care, aquatics, and space to recover and recharge. This is your place to be. Strong, happy, connected, and confident. Visit ridgeathletic.com or stop by our 2 convenient locations for a tour today. The Ridge, proudly Bozeman strong for over 20 years. Go Bobcats!
Bozeman Spirits Distillery, craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com today to book your stay. 10:35 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats leading 10-0. Colby Froker with a punt that results in a possession that will start inside the 20-yard line for San Diego. But Dan, as we take a look at that last drive for the Bobcats, some positives, but overall 10 plays, only 20 yards, and it results in a punt.
Yeah, and there's a couple miscues there. The previous series the Bobcat offense was out there. That third down, that high snap prevented a successful play to execute that third down. So Bobcats kind of shooting themselves in the foot here offensively.
San Diego heading out on the field now. True freshman Xavier Aarons, one of the linebackers, is on the field right now along with Cole Taylor. Talon Marsh, Shaq Blacker in the middle of the Bobcat D-line right now. J.J. Dolan in at safety. First down snap. Turns left, hands it off. Colombo hits the line of scrimmage, moves the pile forward. Stopped at the 23-yard line. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 for San Diego.
The Bobcat defense had every gap sewed up. Great job by just playing your key, doing your job. More of it will turn this into a third down situation, hopefully another 3 and out.
And now a great opportunity to see some of the youth on this Bobcat defense with J.J. Dolan, the Missoula native, working into the safety spot. And as we mentioned, Xavier Aarons out of Tacoma, Washington, a true freshman who really shined through fall camp. And a guy who probably will not redshirt this year. It could be a big piece as time goes on. 2nd and 6. Snap. Nankeel fires. Caught by the tight end across the 25. He is stopped at the 26 or 27-yard line. Peyton Smith with the reception. 3rd and manageable for San Diego.
Bobcat defense does a great job getting into coverage, ensuring that if there's a pass caught, we're going to tackle him right here, right now. Great open field tackling.
Officially 3rd and 3. Bell tolls. Bobcat fans getting to their feet. They know the eternal truth of football. It's big third down.
Big time third down. And this is the meanest crowd in pink you'd ever see.
2 receivers to the right. 2 tight ends. Shotgun snap. They hand it off. Colombo, nowhere to go. Stop for a loss. Try to run over the left guard. And the Bobcats get off the field once again. They gave up that early first down in the first play from scrimmage, and they have allowed nothing since.
No, not at all. I don't even think San Diego's got it across the 50 yet. Great job by this defense, keeping them pinned deep in their own territory. Great opportunity once again to see Taco Dalla out there just do something special that we know him to do.
He's got 3 punt return touchdowns in his career. 8:30 to go, second quarter. Here's the snap. The punt is away with a right-footed kick, a wobbler. Caught by Dowler on the right sideline near the 30, angling to his left up the numbers, gets to the 35, breaks a tackle to the 40, 45, out of bounds at the 50. Hit big and clean at the 50-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will take over. Nice gain by Taco Dowler. The Small Business Game Changer contest is back, presented by the Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce. One local business will have the chance to win a $10,000 marketing package with MSU Athletics. Visit BozemanChamber.com/GameChanger for details. The winner will be announced on November 15th. Back after this, 8:21 to go in the second quarter. Montana State leading San Diego 10-0. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
In football, you feel it before it happens. The sound of the snap, the rush of the pass, the breakdown field, and the Cats crowd goes wild. Every winning play starts with a plan. And when it comes to your child's dreams, starting early makes all the difference. For just $25, save for their future with Achieve Montana, the college and career savings plan for every little Cats fan. Because today's touchdowns are just the start. Begin saving at AchieveMontana.com. To learn more about investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description carefully before investing.
For more than 25 years, Amy Sayer has provided the highest level of service in the real estate industry in the Gallatin Valley. In conjunction with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Montana Properties, Amy and her team are committed to providing the very best experience for their clients and customers through sound guidance and excellence in service. So if you're thinking of buying or selling or have questions about our current real estate market, call Amy Sayer or visit amysayer.com.
If it's time to tailgate, it's time to hit Rosar's. Steaks, burgers, and brats are all waiting to get grilled from our meat department. But that's not it. Grab our scratch-made cookies from our bakery for the fourth quarter. And for post-game, make sure you pick up a handmade pizza from our deli. All the tailgate food groups, all from one stop. Your Bozeman Rosar's and proud supporter of the Bobcats. If you want it, it's at your neighborhood Rosar's.
When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. 8:21 to go in the second quarter. Montana State leading San Diego 10-0. Looking for their first win of the season after an 0-2 start. San Diego trying to make some noise nationally with a ranked win last week. And kind of early in the year, a lot of the PFL, the Pioneer Football League fans, asking a fair question. Could they get two teams into the playoffs this year? They'd have to win some special games in the non-conference, but they have shown well through the first couple of weeks.
Anytime you can beat a ranked opponent, it kind of shows who you are and what you're about, especially early in the season.
Bobcats start near the 50. Here's the snap. Pitch to Davis. Bouncing to the outside. Gets outside the numbers to the 40. And out of bounds near the 35. Big long run by Julius Davis. They do give him the 35-yard line. And the Bobcats into plus territory with a long run.
Perfectly executed blocking on the perimeter. I mean, you had Dane Steele, Taco Dollar, everybody just doing their job. If they don't get the ball, they're out there finding work. And those are markings, indications of a championship team.
Under a bright blue sky with some clouds hovering in the distance over the Bridgers. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Davis runs over the right guard to the 30, gets to the 25-yard line and undercut shy of the 20. First Interstate Bank first down, knocking on the door of the red zone.
Got to keep the ball rolling and moving. Way to get it done on the ground. That hole was great. I mean, anytime you're running behind Titan Fleischman, 66 at the right guard position, he got up to that Mike linebacker, just giving him a window of opportunity.
That's what we're talking about, the consistency. We're seeing those types of plays from this offensive line. They just need to see them over and over and over again. And sometimes greatness isn't being great, it's just being good consistently. Shotgun formation, Dollar in motion right to left. Snap, Lamson fakes the handoff, throws the screen. Dollar makes the catch to the 25 to the 20, twisted out of bounds at the 10, shy of the 10. Nearly a late hit there. It looked like he was a step or two out of bounds. Dollar collects himself kind of all the way back near the seats. Hopefully everybody's all right down there. It seems like one of our game day workers may be a little slow to get up.
Yeah, Taco, just true gentleman, great sportsman, trying to help the gentleman up. And, oh, man, I hope that individual's okay. It looks like they got a lot of people coming to his aid.
They've got people to help as the football continues on the field. Bobcats into the red zone now. Second down snap. Fakes the handoff. Lamson throws near side. Caught. Touchdown. Adam Jones into the end zone. Justin Lamson to Adam Jones, and the Bobcats have a 16-0 lead in the second quarter.
Adam Jones does a great job on the wheel route out of the backfield, and that boy can sure catch on the fly, but that deep ball into the end zone, that was picture perfect. Great job, Bobcat O-Show.
17 yards on the pass and catch for the Bobcats, and the Town Pump touchdown, setting up the PAT. So Justin Lamson with his first 2 touchdown receptions on the season coming in the first half. Here's the snap. The kick is up. That kick is good. The Conoco kick is converted. 6:32 to go in the second quarter. Montana State leading 17-0 over San Diego. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Back at Bobcat Stadium with 6:32 to go in the first half. 17-0 Montana State leading. Adam Jones with a 17-yard touchdown reception from Justin Lamson. Dan Davies, the third member of our team, down on the sideline. And Dan, that was a nice play by the Bobcats. That was an efficient drive.
Nice play. The Bobcat coaches upstairs saw something, because that was the same play that they tried to run to Julius Davis on a wheel route at the opposite end zone. So they saw something there and liked it and converted it to make this the 17-zip.
And Leo for the Bobcats had a couple of gashing runs on that drive as well.
Oh, that's what we like to see. That's all five working together in unison as a fist. And that's how you got to play the game of football. You have to dominate up front. Great job by our guards working up to second level that series. And that's what you expect when we only got 52 yards to go to reach pay dirt.
A lot of that was set up not only from Colby Froker flipping the field on a punt previous, then the Cats defense gets a 3-and-out. Modest gain by Taco Dollar on the punt return set him up for what was a 4-play, 52-yard drive that lasted just 1 minute and 49 seconds for the touchdown. Here's the kickoff by Froker from right to left. Fair catch called for, and it is hauled in the back of the end zone. 6:32 to go in the second. Montana State again leading 17-0. We've seen touchdown receptions from Taco Dollar and Adam Jones. And Leo, this Bobcat defense really showed something last week, and they picked up where they left off.
Oh, and you have to carry over each and every day, play after play. And that's the marks of what it takes to be a championship athlete. I got to do it for my brethren. I got to get it done for myself, but most of all for this great institution and this Bobcat football team.
Bobcats continuing to rotate in some youth. Brock Steele in at linebacker. He was dealing with some injuries during the fall camp period. Here's the snap. Rolling to his right, throws, caught by Adam Kreider, makes a man miss at the 25, and he's out of bounds across the 35 and down at the 36. First down for San Diego since the first play from scrimmage today.
That was a great job by San Diego. They were blocking on the perimeter just well. Big hit by Tate and Gray there. I guarantee you we're going to see more of that number 4, number 7 matchup in the hole.
Yeah, Tatum Gray, he wasn't a guy we talked about a ton last week, but that nickel position, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Leo, feels like one of those positions where if you're not talking about him, that means he's having a big game.
Oh, he is. He's doing his job, whether that's in coverage, and sometimes they're kind of like that linebacker-cornerback hybrid.
1st and 10, the snap, they hand it off. Kreider looking for room. He's got nothing. Chase McMillan is there with a TFL.
Jace McMillan just playing, reading his key. He knows that he has ultimate contain. He reads the play. He studies film. Yeah, he's a freshman, but guess what? Doesn't matter your class or what year you've been playing. Everybody that has to play out there has to act like a veteran, like a senior. Great job by the young man. Is that his first TFL?
No, he got, second, because he got one earlier today.
Yeah, that's right.
So Jace McMillan with the big stop in the backfield. 5:13 to go, second quarter. 17-0 at Montana State leading. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Nankiel didn't have his first read. Now takes a deep shot, and it's caught across the 50, down to the 45 and beyond. They mark him at the 42 into Bobcat territory. The tight end Peyton Smith with a contested tumbling catch.
Dan Keel just showing true trust in his front 5. He steps up in the pocket, makes 1-2 checks, and delivers across the seam. Good job by that San Diego offense. That was a good play.
Damian Keel only 6 completions last week, but Coach Vegan said he could really sling it, and so far today he is 7 of 8 through the air. Shotgun snap on first down. Turns right, hands it off. Kreider met at the line of scrimmage. Bryce Greavy was the first one there. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Greavy just playing well today. He's playing well within himself. He has to shed a block or two to be able to make that tackle. Great job by the Milestone Cowboy.
We're allowed to have multiple Cowboys from Millstone, right?
Oh, their whole family's Cowboys, man. From their dad on down, and that's just the lifestyle they live, and hard working, hard playing.
Now, the real question is, does Bryce copy Brody's rope him up celebration when he makes a big play? I guess to be determined. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. Snap, Van Keel fires, incomplete. Good coverage that time. That was Cole Taylor against the wide receiver, Josh Heverly, who's one of the leaders in receptions for San Diego. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, let the bells ring. Our crowd knows what that means, and they know the type of fire this environment brings. I really want to see the Sonny Holly end zone just really get loud today.
Back to the Gills over there to our right. 3:47 to go first half. Cats up 17-0. San Diego picking up a couple of first downs on this drive. They're at the positive 42-yard line in Bobcat territory. Cats showing a little pressure at the line with the linebackers. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Cats bring pressure. Quick toss to the near side. Incomplete. Intended for Bradley Schlom. It went off his face mask, and that's because he had to rush that throw.
He had to, but also, too, the crowd noise may be a factor. I'm not sure what the type of environments that San Diego has played in, but Keaton Dowler coming hot off the edge once more. Boy, we almost saw sack number 2 out of number 5.
And that will bring up another punt for San Diego. 17-0 Montana State leading. 3:44 to go in the second quarter. Here's the snap. Ankle high. Right-footed kick away. Dowler vacates the area, and that ball lands at the 1 and kicks, I think. Let's see here. Double check. Make sure that went into the end zone. And it did. Yep. Just wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure it didn't go around that pylon there. So it did go into the end zone. It is a touchback. And the Cats will start at their own 20-yard line. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. So Bobcats going back to work offensively. And, Leo, what are we seeing through the first half on the offensive side of the ball?
I think we're finding a rhythm, especially in the pass game. You want to keep that run game developing, and you want to keep getting those 8, 12 yards a pop. Now with this 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, you want to make sure your offense is able to eat clock and eat field, end with the score on the board, get the ball back at half.
These are the type of game situations Coach Veganson talking about for Lamson and those learning opportunities. Snap, rolls right, throws, caught by Taco Dowler at the right sideline. They're going to keep the clock moving. Dowler wanted to flag. He felt like he got hit late earlier, which I thought he did, and he feels like that play did not stop at the whistle. Up to the 24-yard line. It is 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that hip toss towards the end there, that's questionable, but great job by Taco Dowler just keeping his poise, walking back to the huddle, on to the next one.
Really haven't seen a lot of flags thrown when there have been some questionable plays like that the last 2 weeks. One receiver right, 2 to the left, snap. Hand it off. Adam Jones looking for space. He's got nothing. He gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and an easy stop that time from San Diego defense. That was Malachi Cooper with a big stop.
Malachi Cooper is a large body, and he's a great athlete. Watched him last week against Southern Utah. He's kind of a game changer. Didn't call his number a whole lot, but he's eating double teams. He's definitely an X factor on that defense for him.
This was a defense that held Southern Utah under 100 rushing yards last week. Bobcats 17 carries for 56 yards today. Snap. Lamson to throw. Fires over the middle. Caught by Dane Steele. Running to his right. Looking for that first down. And he might have gotten that. Let's check this spot. He's very close to the 30-yard line. He rolled over on the defender, which is why I thought he was about to get it. And now a big question mark. And it does look like he's a few inches shy with the Bobcats at their own 29-yard line. He is. 4th down.
4th down is one of those got to have it. If the offense stays on the field, you got to have it.
Well, they'll think about it and chew on this decision. Do the Bobcats go for it on 4th down at their own 29-yard line? They only need a few inches. We'll find out what the decision is after this timeout with Justin Lamson talking to one of the officials right now. 2 minutes to go, first half. Bobcats are leading the Toreros 17-0. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simkins Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simkins Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats. Safety starts at Les Schwab, including tires, wheels, batteries, brakes, steering, alignment, and more at leschwab.com. Bobcats leading 17-0 over the San Diego Toreros. We're at the 2-minute timeout. The Cats facing 4th and 1. Cats had kind of a funky spot in that last drive. The officials did seem to come together and talk about it, but no changes. And the crowd reacting to the graphic up on the video board telling them that the University of North Dakota leads in Missoula against Montana 16-7 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. So the Bobcats keeping the offense out on the field right now at their own 29-yard line, needing a couple of inches to convert on 4th down.
It's a gotta-have-it situation. I love the gamble on this. You're deep in your own territory, but your defense has been playing lights out. You get the ball back at half. Let's see what happens. Can we get the 6 inches?
Bobcats seeming to try to atone for getting stopped on 4th and 1 last week. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Adam Jones dives forward. He got it. Not by much, but he did get to where he had to go. This time they gave him a generous spot up to the 32-yard line, and that'll bring up a first down opportunity. First Interstate Bank first down.
Now this is where you run that 2-minute offense. You want to be able to eat some field up, at the same time being cognizant of your down and distance and time on the board. With 3 timeouts left, this is going to be a long minute 45.
3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Jones in motion. Snap. Lamson looking left. Still looking. Now shoots. Down the left sideline. Picked. Intercepted. Ruben Lopez, a one-handed interception on an underthrown ball down the left sideline intended for Taco Dollar.
Looks like Lamson was trying to go to that front and center, far sideline shoulder of Taco Dollar. Ball slightly underthrown. Good job by the young man from San Diego.
First interception thrown by Justin Lamson with the Bobcats, and kind of felt like that one was coming for San Diego.
Yes, they're ball hawks, man. They've been flying around every tip. They've almost come up with it. These guys really know how to play on the secondary level for sure.
That was Ruben Lopez, second-team All-Conference a year ago, and somebody who just recorded his 7th career interception. So now San Diego with 3 timeouts and 91 seconds in the first half goes to work at their own 41. Shotgun snap, and Keel fires near side, caught at the 45, quickly popped out of bounds. Carson Williams delivering the blow, but the catch is made by Bradley Schlom. 2nd and 6.
That was a big hit. Carson Williams says, hey, welcome to my house.
That's a big pop in a small package.
Yeah, he put everything he had into him, all 160.
And he popped right back up. It was as fired up as anybody, and rightfully so after a play like that. So 2nd and 6 at their own 45 for San Diego. Shotgun formation, snap. Nankiel looking right, quickly throws. Schlom makes the catch as he tiptoes the sideline. He's shy of the first down marker, but they stop the clock again. Out to the 49-yard line, still in San Diego territory, and it is 3rd and 2.
Great job working the boundary. San Diego's got 3 timeouts left. We got 1:24. This is imperative for our crowd to be able to get loud and try to disrupt any kind of communications they may have. I'm looking for some pressure coming up the middle. Maybe Keaton Dollar one more time.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 2. San Diego trying to get some momentum at the end of the first half. Snap, and Keel to throw. Steps up, rolling out to his left, looking downfield, throws incomplete. J.J. Dolan on the coverage. Ben Mosley, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th and 2 for San Diego in the middle of the field.
Great defensive play by the Bobcats. They had it well covered up. Great job getting pressure on the quarterback, getting him out, trying to throw across his hand.
And they will punt. They kept that offense out on the field for the first few seconds of the play clock, but now they will punt it away, and Taco Dollar is back to receive. Emiliano Salazar, the second-year sophomore, ready to punt it away. Here's the snap. The right-footed kick in the air, little short. Not too bad. Taco Dollar makes the catch at the 15-yard line. That's a nice punt to set the Bobcats up inside their own 20 with 1:13 to go in the second quarter. Montana State leading 17-0, and they have all 3 timeouts.
Oh, they do. There's plenty of time left on the clock to be able to put some points on the board. But going back to that previous play, great job by the defense. They went with a safe punt, put Taco Dollar in instead of bringing your whole punt return unit out. That's just game planning. That's practice. That's just preparation. And that's some of the nuances that a lot of our fans don't see or can appreciate sometimes.
It's one of those nuances, too, where when we say it's a mixed bag on special teams right now, that's what we're talking about, right? Like, yes, they have had a couple of punts blocked, but they have done other things well other than that. They just got to clean it up. First down snap. Lamson looking to throw. Has got lots of time. Now flushed out of the pocket. Makes a man miss. Gets the 15, 20. Angles out of bounds at the 22. Got shoved out of bounds after he was 2 steps onto the blue turf. No flag again. And it has been, at the very least, consistent without many flags, even when things have been played maybe a step or two outside the white lines.
That's questionable, especially in the era that we kind of live in now by protecting the ball carrier. He obviously was giving himself up to the sideline.
So Taco Dollar get twisted down a little bit late earlier as well. But they're the ones with the final say, wearing the black and white. 1:05 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 3 after the scramble. Lamson takes the snap, looks to throw. Looking over the middle, it is caught by Dane Steele on a low throw up to the 40. That's where he is stopped with 3 white jerseys wrapping him up. So to the 40-yard line, still in Bobcat territory. Great hands from Dane Steele again.
Great job and great wherewithal to be able to hand the ball to the official, put it down, reset the play. Don't use a timeout. Keep the ball moving.
Ball is set. Clock is winding. 55 seconds to go, second quarter. Snap. Lamson looks left, looks over the middle. Steps up, flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. It is caught by Dane Steele on the near left sideline and then angled out of bounds. Dane Steele making the catch, but the hat is on the field. I believe he went out of bounds before he made that catch.
Oh, man, I hope not, but, yep, it looks like so.
The officials talking about it. We'll get the call.
Number 84, the offense, went out of bounds and returned on his own. That's illegal touching. Lost it down to the spot of the foul. Second down.
So the penalty takes off the big play there. The Bobcats will go back to work. Still 44 seconds left in the second quarter, leading 17-0. Stop by your local Jersey Mike's restaurant today after the game with 2 locations in Bozeman. Look no further than Jersey Mike's for your sandwich cravings. Jersey Mike's, an official partner of Montana State Athletics. So 2nd and 10, Cats at their own 40-yard line of the left hash. Again, 44 seconds to go, second quarter, with a 17-0 lead for Montana State. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Now Dowler in motion left to right. Adam Jones is the running back in a shotgun formation. Lamson takes the snap. Lamson to throw. Fires deep down the right sideline. Ryan King, a backpedaling catch on the right sideline as he goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Lamson showing the strength of that arm. Man, he really sent it from the left side of the field all the way to the far right sideline. Great catch by Mr. King. One of those ones that you're so open and you kind of don't know if you're going to catch it or not.
Yeah, he really looked that one into his hands and made sure he kept his feet inbound because he was backpedaling up to that white paint and got kind of close. 37 seconds to go, second quarter. Montana State up to the 31-yard line. First down snap. Lamson fires far side, and Ryan King tumbling down onto his knees makes a 2-handed catch, and Brent Vegan quickly calls a timeout. Easy time to use the timeout there. They give him officially the 24-yard line with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Dan
Montana State
seeing the Bobcats complete a few passes here and overcoming a penalty.
Timeout.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
This would be, always want that momentum going into halftime. If the Bobcats convert some points right here on this drive, it would be excellent because, again, they do get the opening kickoff in the second half.
Justin Lamson today, 16 completions on 19 attempts, Leo.
Well, he's doing a great job. He's really setting his feet. He's trusting the pocket today. And when he does get out, he's doing it rightfully so. He senses pressure, but he's not playing, I hate to use the word scared, but just frantically trying to hurry up and get out. Today he looks a little bit more calm, more relaxed, more poised, and this is looking great for the offense.
Game clock operator. Put 31 seconds on the game clock. 31 seconds on the game clock, please.
Yeah, Lamson kind of running toward a decision rather than running away from some pressure so far.
Correct. That's a better way to put it, Keaton.
2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Adam Jones, the running back. 31 seconds to go in the first half. Snap. Lamson standing tall in the pocket, now flushed out, running up the middle, twisted around to the 25 to the 20. High steps over a man to the 5. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Montana State. Just Justin Lamson torpedoes across the goal line and scores before the end of the first half.
Lamson won't be denied. He gets flushed at the pocket. He sees nothing but green grass. Defenders closing in. He says, I'm going to get this one for my boys, put my body on the line, going to halftime, 23 up.
What a run by Justin Lamson, who high-stepped over a man at the 20. He spun off somebody at the line of scrimmage, and he went hat first into the goal line and across to the touchdown. What a run. Here's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. Off the video board, the Conoco kick converted. The Town Pump touchdown from Justin Lamson. An electrifying 24 yards. And Dan, that's the type of run that gets everybody to rally behind this quarterback.
Oh, without a doubt. Once again, he displays his toughness and his willingness to sell out and make something happen. And that was a classic example right there to finish that drive right before halftime.
You know, John Elway, in the Super Bowl they beat the Packers in, had that dive in. He got helicoptered around. Lamson didn't quite get helicoptered, but, boy, he just dove headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
And he took a shot, too.
Oh, he did. He took a rib shot, top shot, bottom shot. You know, all the shots there, huh, Uncle Dan?
Yeah, no doubt. Tough kid.
What a run. He basically broke 3 different styles of tackles because he got grabbed on the hip by one of the defensive linemen around the line of scrimmage. Then he had to high step over a linebacker diving at his ankles, and then he had to dive through a couple of defensive backs, continuing to show the replay up on the video board right now. For anybody who is still questioning that young man, boy, they got a barrel-rolling answer from the transfer quarterback from Northern California. Here's the kickoff by Colby Froker into the end zone. Adam Kreider makes the catch with a fair catch. And San Diego will take over. Man, oh man, Justin Lamson. He certainly isn't Tommy Mellott, but he is a different type of man.
No, he is. He's a true competitor. And each and every game, he earns more respect. I guess he commands it, if you will. Just a way to go out there and put it all on the line for your teammates, man. And that's just... That's a sign of another competitor. That's a sign of greatness, and that's what we want to do, go from good to great. We've been playing good. Now let's play great.
Catch up 24-0 at the end of the first half. Here's the snap and a knee from Dominic Keel, and that is how this first half will wind down. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's annual scholarship fund to help support all student athletes. We also remind you that your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. 24-0. Montana State leading at the half against San Diego. 2 touchdown passes from Justin Lamson. One to Adam Jones, another to Taco Dollar, and one absolutely dynamic highlight reel rushing touchdown from 24 yards out. And Justin Lamson making his name known and making some early memories for Montana State. All right, we'll hear from head coach Brent Vigen in just a moment. I'm sure he likes to see some of those touchdowns from Justin Lamson, but also wants to make sure he stays protected, and the Bobcat defense in that first half really, really good. They absolutely swallowed up this San Diego offense, not allowing a single point in the first 30 minutes of this Saturday afternoon matchup between the Bobcats and the Toreros. So Bobcats with a nice first half. Certainly have a few things to coach off of when they get back to the locker room, but all in all, feeling good, riding high as we reach the midway point of this battle with Montana State leading 24-0. So good things there. We'll see how Brent Vigen saw it through the first 30 minutes. Here's Dan with Coach Vigen. Dan?
Coach, look at the numbers if you're on the board. There's a lot of good ones up there, but the 0 on their score is the best one right now.
Yeah, for sure. We've stopped the run. I know the number I look at is we haven't run the ball well enough. You know, we got to find a way to run the ball consistently enough, and I really want to challenge those guys to figure that out. But we've stopped the run. We made it really hard on them. Making their quarterback one-dimensional was the goal, and I think we've done that.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Back up to you.
Thank you, Dan and Leo. Coach Vigen was very explicit right there on what he wants to see in the second half.
No, I think we all can agree with the words of Coach Vigen, and, you know, just the way he's able to lead this team. You're playing good. There's some things to clean up. Now let's go into the second half. It's 0-0. Let's come out. Let's play perfect, right? We want to achieve perfection. There's no such thing as perfect, but striving for that, there is. So clean it up on the offensive line. Keep it solid with special teams, And defense, just keep it rolling, keep the pressure on them, keep them playing on their heels.
Well, one of the reasons players will tell you that Coach Vegan is easy to play for is he doesn't mince words. He's very consistent, and he tells you like it is, and he just told it like it was. Great defense from the Bobcats, room to grow on the ground game, but there is no doubt about Justin Lamson's toughness after he barrel rolls into the end zone for a 24-yard rushing touchdown to close out that first half of play. Montana State leading San Diego at the half, up 24-0. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
No big deal, but you've been earning Kohl's Cash for 20 years. That's 2 decades of checkout wins. To celebrate, enter our month-long sweepstakes for a chance to win $200 in Kohl's Cash. Plus, save on fall faves during the Customer Appreciation event now. Yep, 2 decades of Kohl's Cash is a big deal. Shop Kohl's and brag accordingly. Coupon ends September 21st. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohls.com for official rules and details.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
Did you know that Tiorama offers more than just tire services? Our expert technicians take care of other vehicle needs like belts and hoses, brakes, check engine diagnostics, oil changes, wheel alignments, and more. It's all about our dedication to keep our customers' vehicles running smoothly so they can travel with peace of mind. When it comes to your vehicle needs, Tiorama's got you covered. Find your neighborhood Tiorama and see a list of services at Tiorama.com. Tiorama, more than just a tire store.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, yeah.
Bobcat Football is brought to you by First Interstate Bank, built for you, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Ag West Farm Credit, grounded by tradition, inspired by possibility. This is Bobcat Halftime.
It's halftime. Montana State is leading 24-0 against San Diego. I'm Keaton Gillogly and joined now by Cody Harbor, a mammograph technologist in the radiology department. Cody, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, absolutely. A beautiful day, and this place is packed in pink.
It is.
As we expected, so we get an opportunity to talk a little bit about breast cancer awareness and survivors. So first, I just want to start, how often should you get screening for breast cancer?
Yeah, so we recommend annual screening starting at age 40, except for our high-risk patients, so we start a little earlier even. So we love seeing women every year, especially in October.
Yes, so a great opportunity to warn people a little earlier because it is September. Now, is testing offered at the Billings Clinic Bozeman?
It is, yes. We do screening mammograms. We also do abbreviated breast MRIs for our secondary screening exams for high risk and women with dense breast tissue.
And do you need a referral for that?
You do not. We take self-referrals. Unless you're having a new symptom, then we need you to reach out to your provider.
And what are some of the early warning signs of breast cancer?
Yes, so new breast lumps, nipple discharge, any changes to your skin line, all things we want to know about.
Talk to us a little bit about dense breasts and how that may factor into the risk of breast cancer.
Yes, so dense breasts are just a little more fibroglandular than some of our other fatty breast tissue. Some of our breast cancers can hide in that tissue, so definitely important for those women to get secondary screening.
And what would you suggest to our audience?
Get screening early and regularly, and it's not scary. We try and make it as fun as we can. Yes, and that's what I would recommend, yes.
Great. And if people want to schedule an appointment, how do they do that?
Yes, reach out to us at 406-898-1700 over at Billings Clinic Bozeman.
Great. Again, that's 406-898-1700. Cody Harbor, mammographic technologist, thank you so much for the time, and hopefully somebody heard that and makes a decision.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we're taking a break. It's our Pack the Place in Pink game today. And we're letting you know that the Bobcats are leading right now at the half, up 24-0 against San Diego. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Your fitness journey is your own, and at The Ridge, we're here to meet you wherever you're at with expert trainers, clean and spacious facilities, and amenities for the whole family. Fitness finally fits into your life. Whether it's lifting, swimming, playing, or just finding time to breathe, the Ridge Athletic Clubs are your place to grow stronger inside and out. Stop by one of our convenient locations or visit ridgeathletic.com to learn more. Bozeman strong, Ridge strong. Go Bobcats!
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Heck of a start for the Bobcats, up 24-0 at halftime, leading at San Diego. Taco Dollar, a 45-yard touchdown reception. Miles Sandstead, a 43-yard field goal. Adam Jones, a 17-yard touchdown reception. And Justin Lamson with a 24-yard touchdown rush, which, if you've been listening to us today, you will assuredly see that highlight spread across social media over the coming days. One of the great catches, one of the great rushes and touchdowns we've seen in the first 2.5 weeks of the season. Ready to quit smoking, vaping, or using tobacco? QuitNowMontana.com is here to help with free personalized tools and support. Anytime you need it, you can connect with trained coaches, get tips at work, and find the motivation to keep going. Thousands of Montanans have quit, and you can too. It's free, it's confidential, and it works. Visit QuitNowMontana.com today and start your journey to a healthier you. The Bobcats, as a team, had 15 first downs in that first half. San Diego only had 3. Cats held San Diego to -9 rushing yards. Leo, this Bobcat defense continues to be a revelation.
No, and they continue to get better day in and day out. But that's the thing. You have to have a good defense in order to win a championship. The old saying, championships are won by the defensive effort, and today they are playing lights out.
Justin Lamson, 16 of 19 through the air, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Julius Davis, 5 carries for 56 yards. Lamson, 6 carries for 21 and a touchdown. Adam Jones, only 9 carries for 13 yards so far today. Taco Dowler and Dane Steele, the leading receivers, with 5 catches apiece. Dowler, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Steele, 44 yards. Ryan King, 3 catches, 44 yards, his first 3 catches of the season. Adam Jones, 2 catches for 26 and a touchdown. Hunter Province, 1 catch for 13 yards today. All right, we'll take a break. We will give you an up-to-date scoreboard around the Big Sky and beyond. I think you might like some of the news on how that team in maroon is doing over the hill. We tell you about that and more in a bit, but first, a timeout. Montana State leading at the half, 24-0 against San Diego. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
At Manhattan Plumbing and Heating, we are committed to being your trusted source for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs in Gallatin County. Proudly locally owned and operated, our skilled team has been providing exceptional service and expertise for over 2 decades. Whether service or new construction, we provide quality solutions for your home or business. If you need urgent plumbing repairs, efficient heating or cooling solutions, Manhattan Plumbing and Heating is here to help. Call us today at 406-284-4133 to learn why we are the area's most trusted and reliable choice. And go Cats!
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up,
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Hello, this is Bill Coffey, CEO of Stockman Bank. When you bank with Stockman, your money stays in Montana to work for you and your community. You will be working with your fellow Montanans who understand our unique way of life. From our executive leadership to our frontline employees, our team is almost 900 strong. We know firsthand what it's like to live and work in our great state because it's our home too. We are Montanans serving Montanans. Stockman Bank, member FDIC.
Back at the half at Bobcat Stadium with Montana State leading 24-0. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Intermountain Health. All right, some of the Big Sky scores going right now. Northern Colorado and dogfight at South Dakota. South Dakota leading 17-14 with 3:34 to go in the fourth quarter. Of course, we have to travel to Northern Colorado later in the year. A minute to go in the second quarter in Missoula, Montana, with the football trailing North Dakota 16-7. Utah Tech and Idaho are scoreless after 1 quarter of play. Coming up later today, Eastern Washington and Northern Iowa. That one gets going at the top of the hour. Weber State looking for their first win. They are at McNeese State. Western Oregon at Cal Poly. Northern Arizona at Southern Utah later today. That one's going to be really interesting. Mercyhurst opening up the season. Sac State's home schedule today. So Mercyhurst at Sac State. And Portland State is at Hawaii at 10 o'clock later tonight. Keeping an eye on some of the top 25 scores today. A couple of interesting ones throughout the afternoon. Tennessee leading Georgia at home 21-7. That one's got 3:37 to go in the first quarter. 21 points from Tennessee at home in the first quarter.
Oh, the Vols kind of getting it done.
Yeah, they're getting it up and moving. Later today, another interesting one. South Florida at Miami. South Florida's had a couple of big wins. That's a ranked matchup. That'll be fun to keep an eye on.
Oh, that'll be a fun one to watch. Definitely battle in the Panhandle.
Also, Alabama beats Wisconsin today, 38-14. Michigan beats Central Michigan, 63-3 earlier today, and that's what we got. Oh, and Oregon beat Northwestern 34-14. They gave up some points late in the fourth quarter, but Oregon handled that game comfortably. All right, we're heading to the second half. Montana State will receive the kickoff. They lead 24-0 against San Diego. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
Bobcat Football is brought to you by Town Pump, the exclusive sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild. Builder's First Source, leading supplier of professional-grade building materials. And by DoorTech. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Now with the call of the second half, live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Justin Lamson with a barrel-rolling touchdown highlighted a banner first half for the Bobcats, leading 24-0 against San Diego, hunting their first win of the year. Mercyhurst in town next week, and then Big Sky play begins after that. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside Leo Davis, and Dan Davies is our man down to the sideline as San Diego gets ready to kick this off. Dan, before the Bobcats receive this kickoff, what are you looking for to start this second half?
Well, after the discussion with Coach Vegan, I'm expecting the rushing game to get going here in the second half. I bet he had a little discussion with the offensive line at that point and the tight ends.
You love to hear that. Yes, Montana State rushed for 90 yards in that first half, but still, I don't know that we saw the consistent gashing plays that they want to see, that they expect to see from this Bobcat ground game. And we'll see how that plays out as the kickoff is away. The second half begins, and Jabez Woods makes a bobbling fair catch in the end zone. So the Bobcats will start at their own 25-yard line. Leo, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the same thing. I want to be able to see that ground game. We did see some splashes here and there, but, you got to play great. You got to be able to break them down, just totally impede your will on that defensive front and be able to gash them with the running back situation.
I mean, look, you're up 24-0 at the half. This is when your running game should take control. Adam Jones is lined up as a receiver on the right side. Julius Davis is actually lined up as a tight end to start that formation, then backpedals with 2 receivers spread out to the left side. Here's the snap. Hands it off. Julius Davis shuffling around at the line of scrimmage and falls ahead. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, second down.
3 yards a pop. You like it. It's positive yards. San Diego brings the house. They line up in that Okie front. They got 5 men on the line of scrimmage, and they bring both the Mike and the Will to be able to try to sew up those gaps. Great job being able to get positive yards with that pressure.
Bobcats going to work again. They're at their own 28-yard line, 2nd and 7. 2 tight ends shuffling over to the left side of the line. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. Adam Jones, the running back, the snap. Lamson looking to throw, fires over the middle. Quick hitter caught by Hunter Province. He turns upfield and picks up the first down. Across the 35, marked at the 36-yard line. First Interstate Bank first down.
Great job by the offense being able to just play within a rhythm, play within reason, get the first down, move the sticks, but also the clock keeps ticking.
Bobcats have used the first 60 seconds of the second half. First and 10, their own 36-yard line. Pistol formation. Lamson takes the snap, turns right, hands it off. Adam Jones hits the line of scrimmage, and he is grabbed quickly. Ooh, he just got twisted down, got his helmet twisted off. That was gnarly. Malachi Cooper had his arm around Adam Jones' face, and they don't call that a face mask. That was an interesting-looking one.
Yeah, it was. Anytime you see a head jerk uncharacteristically, usually that flag comes out. I just hate to see it, especially when he's wrapped up down low. That's a dangerous situation.
Adam Jones all right, standing tall on the sideline as Julius Davis comes in. 4 wide receivers. Here's the shotgun snap. Lamson fires over the middle, caught by Jabez Woods, and he's wrapped up quickly to the 42-yard line. That'll bring up third and manageable for the Bobcat offense.
Third and manageable for sure. This is a gotta-have-it third down situation. You don't want to come out of the locker room and have to punt it. You want to keep this drive going, be able to eat some clock, and keep that momentum going. You don't want to give any swing of momentum to the other team.
Cats are 3 for 7 on third down conversion attempts, but they are also 2 for 2 on fourth down attempts. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right in a shotgun formation. It's 3rd and 4, driving from left to right. The snap. Lamson fires over the middle, caught by Julius Davis, trying to reach that football out for the mark. And he did get that first down. First Interstate Bank first down up to the 46-yard line. And he knew where the sticks were and turned around and stuck that football out across for it.
That is just the wherewithal and the IQ of Julius Davis. I mean, I'm impressed with him each and more every time we get to see him get out there and go.
And for Julius Davis, just the 7th catch of his career. Snap, throw over the middle. Jabez Woods makes the catch. He stays on his feet. Woods to the 30-yard line, pushes off a man at the 25, and carries the white jerseys down to the 21-yard line. Jabez Woods with a big catch off the slant, breaking a few tackles, showing the elusiveness and the toughness to finish the run.
Oh, I love it. I love how tough our Bobcat offense is, especially Jabez Woods. He's not going down easy. He's making them earn it. Great job by the young fella. Great job by number 10.
Jabez Woods, second-year freshman out of Washington. A guy really coming along. First and 10th, the 21-yard line. Snap, turns left, hands it off. Adam Jones looking for room. Bounces it towards the numbers. Turns upfield as he gets dragged down shy of the 15-yard line. They give him the 16-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup for Adam Jones. Second down.
Mr. Schlepp does a great job getting the block, but I would like to see him keep his hat more play side. That way, Jones can be able to get that edge, and if he does, he's scot-free into the end zone.
Bobcats trying to ground it on the ground a little bit. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Tight end up on the line. Shotgun formation, second down. Snap. Play action, throws on the swing pass to Taco Dollar. Cuts back inside to make a man miss to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Montana State! Taco Dollar slithers his way into the end zone. It's 30-0 Cats.
That taco got to be a little slippery. I tell you what, man, he makes a move to the right, to the left, and hurdles over a man at the goal line. Great job by Taco, the Magic City Bobcat, showing his expertise once again.
There we go, Dan. Fun to see Taco Dollar make guys miss.
It really is. And the thing I liked about that drive, lots of different receivers were catching passes on that drive from Justin Lamson. That's a good sign.
Third time in Dollar's career he's had multiple touchdown receptions in a game. Brody Johnson snaps it, Froker holds it, and Sanset kicks it through. The Conoco kick converted. The PAT is good. 31-0 Montana State with 11:04 to go in the third quarter. So the Cats open up the second half with an 8-play, 75-yard drive that lasted 3 minutes and 56 seconds. And it's Taco Dollar with a 16-yard touchdown. It's officially a reception from Justin Lamson. It's kind of close out if it was a backwards pass or not, but it is officially a touchdown reception for Taco Dollar. And the Bobcats have a 31-0 lead with 11:04 to go in the third quarter. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football presented by Learfield.
Being healthy means something different to everyone. For some, it's pushing limits. For others, it's just showing up. At the Ridge Athletic Clubs, we're here to support all of it with world-class equipment, group fitness, childcare, aquatics, and space to recover and recharge. This is your place to be. Strong, happy, connected, and confident. Visit ridgeathletic.com or stop by our 2 convenient locations for a tour today. The Ridge, proudly Bozeman strong for over 20 years. Go Bobcats!
Ag West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. Ag West is here to help operations succeed for generations to come by supporting customer members and the rural communities where they live and work. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
At Montana State University in Bozeman, we like to think outside, but not just because we have access to some of the best outdoor recreation on the planet. We like to think outside because we are creators, researchers, artists, and thinkers, breaking boundaries in over 250 fields. Montana State University, mountains and mines. Bobcats leading 31-0 over the San Diego Toreros. It was an 8-play, 75-yard drive that was completed on a 16-yard touchdown reception by Taco Dowler. Also, Jabez Woods had a 32-yard reception, one of 2 catches on that last drive, which led to the score. Leo, starting to see some of that explosive offense for the Bobcats.
Yes, you want to see that. You want to see more big plays. You want to be able to just give teams more to prepare for by what you put on film. Great job by the play calling. Great job finding a rhythm for this offense. Again, I would like to see that ground game go a little bit more, but it's coming, Keaton. It's coming.
Cats went 5 for 5 through the air, 66 passing yards, 3 carries for 9 yards on the ground. Here's the kickoff by Froker, and it is caught in the end zone. So touchback. They'll start at the 25. San Diego has it offensively. So, yeah, Dan, we're seeing Justin Lamson today very, very accurate. 21 of 24 through the air.
Yeah, that's solid, and that's a tribute to the offensive line, having a little more time back there to look things over, and also his receivers are catching it. So it takes all 3 of those units to make a completion.
That's a good point. 254 yards through the air for Justin Lamson, a Bobcat high for him. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He came in with 4 career passing touchdowns to this game. Now he has 3 passing touchdowns today. San Diego goes to work. Here's the shotgun snap. Nankiel fires over the middle, and it's caught on the quick slant. Sure-handed tackle by Bryce Grebe, and that catch by Josh Heverly sets up second and short.
Great job being able to stop that quick hitter. Grebe's doing a great job in open field coverage. He's matched up one-on-one.
Two receivers now to the right after a man goes in motion. 1 receiver to the left. Tight end shifts out into the slot. 1 running back. 10:30 to go, third quarter. Snap. Handoff. Kreider looking for room with a tough run. He breaks across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And that'll bring up a fresh set of downs. So he does pick up that first down.
First down, I think, only a second or third of this game. Great job by this defense. You just got to be able to play within yourself. Grebe again making a great tackle.
It's good to see those sure-handed tackles. It's always one of those last things that come early in a season when you just don't really tackle a ton in full camp. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. First down snap. And Keel awaits. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the far side. Caught at the numbers at the 40. Carson Williams right there to snuff out the fire. Bradley Schlom with the catch. It is a 5-yard pickup to the 41, 2nd and 5.
Our defense doing a great job giving them a buffer. You know, that's the coverage. They're dropped off. They got a little pillow to play with. If they catch it, make sure you tackle them right away. Good job, 2nd and long.
$9:20 to go, third quarter. San Diego setting it up. 2nd and 5, driving from right to left. Claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it off. Colombo hits the hole and tackled as he's twisted down. Taden Gray gets the stop, but he does pick up the first down. 6-yard gain on the carry. And that was Adam Kreider, the running back picking up that first down.
Yeah, guys, we haven't seen Matt Colombo for quite some time now in this ball game, the original starter. But Kreider's having a nice night, too.
His first carry of his career came in week 1, and it turned into a touchdown. I do see Colombo on the sideline with his helmet on behind the coaches right now. Snap. Van Keel under pressure, running away from Paul Brott, breaks through, throws on the run, incomplete. Boy, that is a scary feeling with that number 41, Paul Brott, breathing down your neck.
Oh, yeah, that jacket belongs to Mr. Gilmore. I mean, that's what it looked like out there.
How'd you feel about Happy Gilmore 2, by the way?
Oh, you know what? I thought it was funny. I love the references back to the original Adam Sandler's films, you know, his whole era going through. But I thought it was funny. I mean, it feels good to laugh. Laughter's medicine.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was a good feel-good movie. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 from their own 47. San Diego with a football. Shotgun snap. Quick throw to the far side. Incomplete. Bobcat may have gotten a piece on that as it was a little bit low and a little bit wide, intended for Bradley Schlone.
Feeling that pressure. That's one thing that we can be able to key on with Nan Kill. When he feels any type of way, he's most likely going to try to sling that rock, but it's been off target tonight. You got to keep him playing on their heels. Got to keep that pressure on him. Breathe down his neck.
Big third down here. 3rd and 10. Quick adjustment on the game clock. Takes a little air out of the balloon for a second. Oh, come on. Try to get it going again. Then they hit the bell. And now it's coming back to life. So a little start and stop there. 31-0, Bobcats leading. 3rd and 10 from the middle of the field. Van Keel takes the snap. He looks to throw. Steps up. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Bobcats brought a little pressure. And they get off the field once again. Taco Dollar will be back to receive the punt.
Great job by this defense, just getting pressure on Nan Kill again. When he's moving and he's trying to throw, he's been off target all day. Great opportunity to be able to flip the field, too, for Taco Dollar right here.
Here's the snap. The punt is off with a wobbly spiral. It is caught at the 11-yard line by Taco Dollar as he goes out of bounds there. Wise decision to keep that thing from hitting the turf and kicking deeper. Kohl's has the best back-to-school styles that'll spoil them at prices that'll spoil you, from jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Let's take a break. 8:19 to go in the third quarter. Cats taking over offensively, up 31-0 over San Diego. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Hey, Bobcat fans. If you're planning a building project, Builders First Source can help. If you're building a garage, a shed, a pole, a barn, or even an entire home, Builders First Source can assist with the design materials, delivery, and so much more. No project is too big or too small. Builders First Source expertise can transform your vision into a dream come true. Builders First Source is a leading supplier of professional-grade building materials and a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. Find one of 10 Montana locations at buildersfirstsource.com. And go Bobcats!
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Bozeman Health doesn't want you to have an injury timeout. A primary care provider helps keep you healthy and in the game. Visit BozemanHealth.org today to find a primary care provider in Belgrade, Big Sky, or Bozeman. Your care is our purpose. Also, we've got exciting news from Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers. They're giving away a stunning $10,000 engagement ring. Imagine the look on your loved one's face. Visit bit.ly/game-winning-proposal-25 to enter. Don't miss your chance to shine bright. Visit Goldsmith Gallery's new location in Bozeman, proudly an official jeweler of Bobcat Athletics. A youth who has gotten rid of his t-shirt, pumping everybody up with the flex cam, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, he's a future gym bro. Yeah, you can already see it, man. He's got that chin. He's already cut. Look at him.
He's going to be chasing that high for life. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bobcats began at their own 10-yard line. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Adam Jones looking for the hole, and he carries the pile for a yard. 2nd and 8. The Bobcats going to work offensively. We're expecting to see a lot on the ground here from Montana State for multiple reasons.
Yeah, and I like the decision. You want to be able to eat the clock once again. I would like for Adam Jones to maybe make a cutback right there. He does a great job trusting his offensive line to the play side, but there was a little window to the snub side here, and he could have broke free.
I don't believe he has a carry over 10 yards yet this season. He'll get going soon. 2nd down. Shotgun, snap. Lamson to throw. Looking, throws, caught at the 15. Taco Dowler up along the left hash. Marked at the 19-yard line. And it will be 3rd and 2 for Montana State. Coach Vigen talked this week about wanting to see a little more production on first down, some of the early plays of series. What are you seeing in that regard, Leo, as we got an injured player here for San Diego?
You know, I'm seeing great production. You want to be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. You want to be able to set yourself up into situations where it only takes 1 or 2 plays to be able to keep moving the sticks. And so that production on first down is very crucial and very imperative for an offense that wants to score and wants to be great.
Timeout on the field.
We got a Bozeman Health injury timeout. We also remind you that the Cats have scored 28 points, so you can now score a free Doritos Locos Taco. Be sure to grab your coupon on the way out of the stadium from a representative at the exits while supplies last. So we'll step aside. Bobcats have a 3rd and 1 officially coming up after this timeout. 7:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats 31, Toreros nothing. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits since 2014. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
While synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home. Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Also, you can join Champs Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. Montana State leads San Diego 31-0, 7:27 to go, 3rd quarter. Bobcats facing 3rd and 1 at their own 19-yard line after they got stopped in overtime on 4th and 1 to lose the game against South Dakota State. Feels like the Bobcats have certainly circled some of these down and 1 yard to go moments. Trying to prove themselves multiple times today. So far they have, but another opportunity here. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Adam Jones bounces to the outside, gets to the 20, turns upfield down the left sideline to the 35-40, and Adam Jones tackled the 45-yard line. His first big gashing run of the year.
Love it for the Missoula Bobcat. San Diego just storms the inside, expecting up front between the tackle run. Great job by Adam being able to read it, bounces to the outside, and getting a huge first down. Great job, young man.
So often you get that first big play and it starts to snowball. We'll see if that does it for Adam Jones. Julius Davis in there now. Lamson under center, takes the snap, turns right. Play action, looking deep, still looking, standing tall, takes a deep shot to the near sideline. Caught by Taco Dowler. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. In stride, two-hand basket catch.
Lamson just making it look easy, Keaton. Steps up there. I got all day to throw. Oh, I'm going to find my favorite target, Taco Dowler on the sideline. Great job by this offense, finding the rhythm and keeping the momentum going, making it exciting.
Guys, Ryan King was wide open on this sideline. There wasn't anybody within 20 yards of him.
Oh, he is due as well. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Julius Davis gets up the middle to the 20-yard line of the pile, continuing to move forward. They will mark him at the 17-yard line. For Taco Dowler, after that last catch, his 8th of the day, 116 yards. So another 100-yard receiving day for Taco Dowler, his 2nd of the year, his 3rd of his career.
Looking for big things from him all season. He's really earned his spot. Started on special teams, and that's what it can lead to. Being the number 1 receiver in the room. Great job by Taco and all of his effort and hard work.
Under center, here's the snap. Lamson hands it off. Julius Davis runs left, turns upfield, the hash mark, gets to the 5, and waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Montana State. Julius Davis rushes it in from 17 yards out, and a big open hole to score that touchdown.
That's what happens when you got 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running. Great job by this Bobcat offense. Mr. King had his defensive back way at the top of the letters there in the end zone. I mean, just everywhere, just getting it done.
6 plays, 90 yards. There we go, Dan. Those are some of the big plays we've been looking for out of this Bobcat offense.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's exactly what you want to start this 3rd quarter with and take a dominating lead at the 38-zip right now.
PAT is good to make it 38-zip. 5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. Of course, Dan pointed out that Ryan King was open on the previous play. Didn't get the football, but what did he do on the very next play?
Oh, big-time block. I mean, he scored with the guy. We're going to score with the ball runner. That's blocking 1-on-1. Great job and way to play selfless. That's what I love about this team. That's what I love about these individuals that show up in the blue and gold. They don't play for self. They play for each other, and that's going to take you a long ways in the long run.
Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State football. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside Leo Davis with Dan Davies down on the sideline. A Go Cats Go chant echoing through Bobcat Stadium. Ryan King setting big blocks. Julius Davis entering the end zone. Taco Dowler, big touchdown, or big long catches today. He's over 100 receiving yards. And for Justin Lamson, approaching 300 passing yards, sitting at 293. Here's the kickoff by Colby Froker to the end zone. And it is a touchback. Adam Kreider takes the knee, and San Diego will take over. 5:41 rather, with in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats 38, Toreros nothing, and another chance for this Bobcat defense to keep making some noise.
This Bobcat defense is just playing phenomenal today. I mean, 0 rushing yards, only 89 in the air for 89 total yards today. At this point in time, the defense is really carrying the load once again and making it look easy.
Coulter Petrie's in there at the safety position right now. First down, the snap, they hand it off. Kreider up the middle with room to the 35-40 and stopped around the 45. That is the mark. So big first down, big gashing run at that time as the Bobcats working in a couple other guys right now. Xavier Aarons, Ryan Crea at the linebacker spots. J.J. Dolan, Coulter Petrie at the safety position. So a couple of different pieces of personnel in on the defensive side for the Bobcats as San Diego hustles up to the line. They're set, ready to go out of a shotgun formation. Snap, turns left, hands it off. Kreider runs up through the hole and carries the pile to the 50-yard line. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, when you come in mid-3rd quarter, you haven't got any reps all day, maybe some special team reps. It's one of those things, you're about a half step slow. You just got to get the body warm. You've seen it. You got to feel for the game, the speed, the atmosphere. Now it's time to go.
Looking ahead, presented by Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Montana State Bobcats. Mercyhurst is here next weekend for a 1 p.m. kickoff. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Kreider, the running back. Shotgun formation. Snap. On the read, keeps it and throws it low and incomplete. Intended on the near side for Josh Heverly. And that'll bring up a big third down.
Another opportunity to be able to get off the field. This defense has been doing great. They've run in their cheetah package. One thing I love about this, we put our defensive ends out in almost like a 4-eye. They're a wide 3 technique, rather. And they really know how to get it done. I'd really be cautious of something up the middle, maybe a quarterback draw, depending upon what San Diego's got dialed up.
3rd and 5. Snap. And Keel to throw. Looking, now runs, breaks the pocket, cuts outside and slides down, shy of the hash mark on the right side. And that was another play where Nankiel tried to slide. He kind of stopped. He's 2 yards shy. A Bobcat did come in and hit him when he was on the turf. They don't throw the flag, but that was kind of a close borderline play. And one of the offensive linemen is injured. Jack Dambra is holding his right arm. And hopefully he's all right. We'll have another Bozeman Health injury timeout here as he gets checked out. We also remind you if the Bobcats scored a touchdown during the fourth quarter, and at only any home or away game during the regular season, 4 lucky fans will be selected to win a prize. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/RAV4, the number 4. So for now, the Bobcats got that third down stop. It's 4th and 2 with San Diego on the positive side of the 50 at the 47-yard line.
No, this is a great time to be able to just stomp out any kind of momentum San Diego's trying to gather. Be able to reset, talk it over right now with this injury timeout. Focus on, hey, watch the ball, ensure the punt gets off the foot of the punter, and make sure that we just kind of keep playing to the level of excellence that we came out the second half with.
Julius Davis today, 8 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown, so he is approaching that 100-yard mark. He's got 3 100-yard games in his career, but didn't have any last year, so his last came in 2023. And really, Julius Davis has had the hottest of hands out of the running back room so far this season.
Oh, yes, and I mean, he just runs angry, and he kind of missed out last year, right?
Yep.
It was Scott Trey and Adam Jones. This year, he's kind of just making sure that he's feeling a part of this team and being able to play his role to the best of his abilities, and he's making his plays count.
San Diego will punt with 4:10 to go, third quarter. Bobcats leading 38-0. So the Toreros will kick it away from right to left. Taco Dollar, who has scored 2 touchdowns today, is back at the 10-yard line in between the hash marks. Clock begins again. Here's the snap. The right-footed kick is away. Kind of a low bouncing ball. Hits at the 10, then at the 5. Saved near the goal line. And kind of close. Ooh, Taco picked that up. Well, that was a weird one, and it is down at the 1. Bobcats will start at their own 1-yard line.
Ooh, that was kind of a dangerous play, uncharacteristic of Taco.
Speaking of tacos, they just flashed up the free Doritos Locos taco that you can pick up if you're in stadium because of the 28 points scored by Montana State. Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for all Montana State students. Support students on and off the field by shopping the MSU bookstore on campus in the sub at Bobcat Stadium on game days and 24/7 online at msubookstore.org. So the Bobcats will start in their own end zone, and here is Patrick Duchesne out of Florence, Montana, taking over with a 38-0 lead for the Bobcats. Also, Colston Kuhn is in there at running back. So a couple of the second-level guys getting into the ball game now. Snap, turns left, hands it off. Kuhn gets to the 2 and then the 3 and falls forward to the 5. Picks up about 4 yards. Second and 6.
Great job by Colston, just hitting the hole hard, getting out of the end zone, moving the ball closer to the 5-yard line. This is what you want to see. You want to see the 2s come in and just take over where the 1s were. Get some great film on the tape so we can go back, reevaluate, and feel comfortable about the depth situation that we have.
So exciting to see Pat Duchesne, redshirt sophomore. He was the holder last year. His first opportunity is at quarterback. Snap, hands it off. Kuhn gets up the middle to the 10. That's where he is stopped. It will be 3rd and 1 for the Montana State offense.
Great job with the ground game. 3rd and 1, that's what you want to see. You've been getting 3-4 yards a pop. This 1 yard shouldn't be as hard. Keep the clock moving, but I would love to see these guys march on down and put some more points on the board.
Pat Duchesne, a 2-time Class B state champ in football.
Dylan Rollins also in there in the offensive line.
Good to know. Thank you. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep it on the read and nowhere to go. Twisted down and no gain. So it is 4th and 1. Bobcats at their own 10-yard line, unable to pick up a first down. And that will send the punt unit out. Another opportunity to prove you can handle some pressure, because they are backed up here, and you figure if you're San Diego, this is a great time to really bring some pressure.
Oh, yeah, no, you're backed up. They've seen things on film that, other people have keyed off on. I'd be expecting pump block instead of a safe return here.
Return man back at his own 45. 2:05 in the clock running in the third quarter. Cats up 38-0. Snap, face high. The right-footed punch is away. High arcing spiral kick. And it's a fair catch back at the 35-yard line. So really flipping the field there. That's the strength of Colby Froker. He's a true freshman. We can see the ceiling.
Oh, definitely. He's got so much more room to grow. Nothing better than getting live reps. There's no substitute for it in practice. Great job by this punt unit. And Colby, man, he's got a foot on him. That went pretty high up. That was a good hang time, at least 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, what do you think, Dan? True freshman punter putting a little juice into that one, huh?
And a true freshman snapper as well. Neither one of those jobs are very easy, especially for freshmen.
No doubt. Brody Johnson's had a couple of tackles this year as well.
Those two guys were going to the prom last year.
There's the snap. Play action rolling to his left. Nankiel throws to the tight end. Caught and tackled across the 40-yard line. They mark him at the 41. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for the San Diego offense. Driving from right to left with the Bobcats up 38-0. 1:35 to go, third quarter.
Ryan Cray, he did a great job. He tried to play the run. He's trying to keep contained. As soon as he releases to that tight end, he just peeled back and was able to make that tackle. Great job by the young man.
Coulter Petrie, J.J. Dolan, the two safeties right now. Shotgun snap, handoff. Kreider up the middle, across the 45, and upend at the 50. J.J. Dolan coming in for the stop. They give him the 49 into Bobcat territory. First down for San Diego, and you can see they're getting some movement against a lot of the second-string defense right now.
They are, but you know what? J.J. Dolan does a great job making an open field tackle. Those are some things that we had issues with in the first two games. A lot of missed tackles. I haven't seen any yet this game. Great job by the defense. That they really went back to the working horse.
Another true freshman, Josiah Asuega, is in at the defensive tackle position. Snap on first down, play action. Nankiel rolling out, throws deep down the right sideline, incomplete. Really not a very competitive throw. Takari Carr there on the coverage.
Takari Carr was not letting him out of anywhere. He just was right in his back hip pocket. Great job on the coverage by the corner. I mean, this defense is starting to come together, especially when we get these young guys in there. They're getting some reps. It's early in the game still. It's third quarter. This is a testament of what this team can be and will be.
Josiah Asuega, as we mentioned in the game, true freshman, 6'4", 305. He already looks the part. And Hunter Charbonneau out of Fairview is down there as well. Man in motion, left to right, shotgun snap, play action, throws over the middle, and it's bobbled and caught across the 35. Tackled immediately. It's a up to the 33-yard line as Colt Monarch makes a tough catch.
You know, unfortunately, they get a first down, but again, it's another rep for you to learn. It's another rep for these guys to get out there, feel what the real game situation is like. So when their number is called, when they're called to be the next man up, they're ready, they're confident, they've been there, they learned from it, they're going to keep on going.
Final play of the third quarter, if they get it off, with 7 and then 6 seconds left. Clock running in this third. Snap. Nankiel steps up, fires over the middle, incomplete. Airmailed his man over the middle, intended for Christopher Hall, and that is how the third quarter comes to a close. Montana Farm Bureau is the trusted grassroots voice, shaping policy to safeguard Montana agriculture and cultivating a prosperous network that invigorates rural communities. Your Farm Bureau membership is an investment in keeping Montana, Montana. Join us today at mfbf.org and go Bobcats. We're heading to the fourth. Montana State in control, up 38-0 over San Diego. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Your fitness journey is your own, and at The Ridge, we're here to meet you wherever you're at with expert trainers, clean and spacious facilities, and amenities for the whole family. Fitness finally fits into your life. Whether it's lifting, swimming, playing, or just finding time to breathe, the Ridge Athletic Clubs are your place to grow stronger inside and out. Stop by one of our convenient locations or visit ridgeathletic.com to learn more. Bozeman strong, Ridge strong. Go Bobcats!
As a proud sponsor of Montana State football in the RAV fourth quarter, Toyota is always committed to supporting MSU athletes to reach their fullest potential. Toyota, let's go places. Also, Les Schwab is proud to be a part of your local community and support Montana State football. Go Cats. Bobcats will take over, leading 38-0. San Diego still has the football with Bobcats leading 38-0 at San Diego. And Brandon Moore, the head coach for San Diego, is the 2022 D2 National Coach of the Year. His offensive coordinator was Pete Sturbick, the now offensive coordinator for Montana State. When Brandon Moore took this San Diego job going into the 23 season, Sturbick got elevated to head coach, and now those two guys get to face off. And Dan, for yourself, as a guy who got to coach at the D1 level and whatnot, we know it's a small world of coaches who get to go head-to-head over the years.
Well, the pass game coordinator here at San Diego is a guy by the name of Ryan Dietrich. His grandfather, Bill Dietrich, was the offensive coordinator from 1984 to 1985. So we coached together. It is one great big fraternity and a very small world.
Yeah, it's always cool when you see those kind of ties come together like this.
No, it is. And, football is a lot like life. It's about the relationships you build. Even opposing players, you get to know one another vicariously through watching film. Sometimes you can be able to catch up nowadays with social media. But, yes, it's a fraternity, and there's a mutual line of respect as far as preparation and just the dedication it takes to be a coach or a player.
By the way, on the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Intermountain Health, North Dakota still leading in Missoula up 16-7 with 7:45 to go in the third quarter. So keeping an eye on that. The lone ranked game in FCS football this weekend. Amsterdam Meat Shop, proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics in the Gallatin Valley. 2nd and 10 for San Diego. They drive from left to right. They're at the 33-yard line in Bobcat territory. Snap, handoff, Kreider, upended, right at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Aarons in on the stop. Nice to see the true freshman picking up a tackle.
Great job by the true freshman. And the way he plays, the way he moves, he don't look like a true freshman. He's another one that was at prom last year, huh, Dan?
or was thinking about who to ask, that's for sure.
There's a couple of guys. It's really Xavier Aarons and Josiah Asuega, the two true freshmen to really be looking out for on the roster right now. Second play of the fourth quarter, the Cats up 38-0. Snap. Throw to the near side. Kreider makes the catch. The number is 35-30. Up along the numbers to the 25. Tackled shy of the 20. And he is right at the spot he needed to gain. He did get it. 10-yard pickup. First down for San Diego. Knocking on the door of the red zone.
It would be a great feather in this young defensive cap to be able to keep him out of the end zone. Maybe 3, but force the turnover right here. How cool would that be? I mean, boy, you're going to walk to class Monday a little higher, a little bit lighter on your feet.
The only turnover in this game, Justin Lamson's interception throw. Snap. Handoff. Kreider popped, dropped, 1-yard gain. He bounced off somebody, and then it was Talon Marsh who hopped on his shoulders and brought him to the turf.
Yeah, he popped him well enough, man. His hat came off. Got to sit out of play. That was a big hit from the backside.
Talon Marsh, one of those rising guys from Helena Capital, second-year sophomore, playing in his 15th career game. He was a part of that stellar state championship team that beat Bozeman. They went 12-0.
12-0 is hard to do. Doesn't matter if it's high school, college, NFL. Undefeated is undefeated, man.
Yeah, every win is hard. Snap, they hand it off. Nowhere to go, powering forward, and it does get up to the 15-yard line.
There's a helmet line on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was Talon Marsh. They're going to throw the flag. He continued to play. When you lose your helmet, you have to stop playing. But he continued and jumped in there. Really not what you want to do, so they're going to throw the flag, and that'll be on Talon Marsh for continuing to play after his helmet popped off.
Praise the effort, but you got to know the rules.
Number 99 for the defense lost his helmet, continued to participate in the play. Personal foul, half distance to the goal line, automatic first down, San Diego.
Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org.
I mean, I can't blame him. No, you're always taught, go to the whistle.
And now we have to put a comma there and say, unless you lost your helmet.
Right. I know it's all about player protection, but, hey, that just goes to show that, hey, he's not giving up on it and probably didn't know it.
Too tough. First and goal from the 8. Snap. Nankiel throws to the end zone. Caught. One-hand catch in the nook of his elbow. Josh Heverly is first touchdown catch of the year, and that was a nice snag.
It was a great throw, back shoulder throw, right where it had to be, right in front of me. I'm glad he caught it. Otherwise, I would be coming at me.
Oh, yeah, we don't want Dan getting popped out down there.
Or you could have caught it, Dan.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. No, it didn't come to him, so you can talk as big as you want. PAT is due as San Diego breaks the shutout with 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Snap, hold is down, kick is up. PAT is into the overalled and pinked Spirit of the West marching band that makes the catch. They all look like a Barrio brother celebrating Pack the Place in Pink.
Oh, yeah, they do. or a bunch of farmers, you know what I mean? Those guys that it is harvest season, so I love it. Spirit of the West. I wonder if they're wearing Carhartt or Wrangler.
Those might be Under Armour, frankly, because it's all the band. We'll take a break. 12:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Bobcats lead 38-7 against the San Diego Toreros. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House in Bozeman, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and legendary baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. We're proud to support Montana State University and Bobcat Athletics all season long. So whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Looking to build something solid and long-lasting? Look no further than Fortify Building Solutions in Belgrade. Whether you need metal roofing, siding, buildings, or pole barns, we've got you covered. And whether you are a seasoned contractor or first-time DIYer, you can count on our personalized service and support from beginning to end. Visit us in Billings or Belgrade or at FortifyBuildingSolutions.com and start building today. That's FortifyBuildingSolutions.com. Proud supporter of the Bobcats.
12:59 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 38-7 against San Diego. Intermountain Health, with 2 clinic locations in Bozeman, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. So San Diego completing a touchdown drive on their last touch, going up against a lot of the second-string defense. 10 plays, 65 yards in 3 minutes and 53 seconds. It was an 8-yard touchdown reception from Josh Heverly. San Diego will kick it away from left to right. But, Leo, overall, this is a better San Diego team over the last couple of years than they have been. And all in all, Montana State really kind of imposing their will through those first 3 quarters.
Well, you kind of led up to this moment in time. You had two big losses against some ranked opponents, probably a couple tough weeks of practice and trying to put it all together. But, all credit is due to San Diego. They come out and they want to play, and they've done some good things as well.
Kickoff is away, and it is a touchback as it bounces through the dance team and ricochets off the signage that reads Sonny Holland End Zone. And, Dan, as the Bobcats take the field here offensively, looking at the rushing numbers today, 30 total carries, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, but the 2 running backs are the top 2 rushers, and Justin Lamson only has 6 carries, which is a good sign.
Yeah, that's a better deal. At halftime, the Bobcats had, I believe, 99 yards of rushing, so they haven't barnstormed the thing here yet, but maybe on this series they will.
Braden Zimmer in there at left tackle, Everett Carr at left guard. Here's the snap. Duchesne takes it, pitches to Jared White for his first carry of the year, gets to the 30-yard line and angles out of bounds. Also, Aiden Kaplan is the center right now. Dylan Rollins is the right guard, and Samora Ezekiel, transferred before last year from North Texas, is in at right tackle.
Good to see the mix and match. Usually up front on the offensive line room, based off experience, there's hardly any depth. So it's good to see.
Good to see Jared White back out there for the first time this year. Duchesne under center, takes the snap, play action, bootleg, running right, looking for the throw, and it's completed. Throwing on the run, just shy of the first down marker. Hunter Province goes down, a 9-yard pickup, just shy of the line to gain.
Great job by this Bobcat offense. They're really keying hard on the run. Jared White got a first down. He sells the run on this one, opening it up for the backside flat. Good completion, good execution. You love to see it for these young guys.
Javante King and Jacob Trimble in at wide receiver. Pistol formation. Now Jared White shifts to the right hip of Duchesne. 2nd and 1 on the right hash of the snap. They hand it off. Jared White runs into the line of scrimmage and out to the 47. First Interstate Bank, first down for the Bobcats. If you have water in your basement or cracks on your home's wall, the name to know is Groundworks, the official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Colson Kuhn back in there at running back, and massive reps for some of these younger guys to get out under the lights for the first time.
Massive reps, but also feel-good reps. You're going positively, you're moving the ball. This is a good job. Usually, at least at Oregon, that wasn't the case.
Snap, handoff, Kuhn. Hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down there. 1-yard loss. Almost stayed on his feet. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Another learning moment for this young offensive line out there.
These are, like we say, important reps. Coach Began referenced these types of reps from a year ago in how they evaluated the roster to decide what type of transfers, if they should bring transfers in, and where on the roster they felt strongly coming into this year, which has led to a younger team, but still clearly very skilled. Snap. Duchesne throws over the middle, caught at the 50-yard line and tackled across to the 47-yard line, 48 rather. That is Rocky Legioni, who makes the catch. 3rd down.
Great job. Duchesne's got a quick release, man. From the time of recognizing his open receiver to that ball getting out, it is fast.
Duchesne beating out Chance Wilson for the 2nd quarterback spot during fall camp. Claps his hands. Now we'll make a check at the line. Chance Wilson signaling along with Grant Vegan, Justin Lamson, River Warren to round out that quarterback room, which is an interesting quarterback room to say the least. Trimble in motion, right to left, stops right of the line. Here's the snap. Duchesne, quick hitter, throw to the far side. Trimble makes the catch to the first down marker and dives underneath 3 defenders to pick up the first down. That's like when you're surfing and you're going to dive down under the wave. That's exactly what he just did.
Oh, man, I wouldn't know what that's like, Keaton. I don't think I've ever tried to surf, but, hey, I think I'm a little too big and not as coordinated as I once was. But great job. You almost split those defenders perfectly.
Had to get a surf reference in with, San Diego in town.
Yeah, for sure. Surf's up, dude.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Jared White the back. Snap, Duchesne turns left, gives it on the read. Jared White breaks 1 tackle, breaks it out to the 40, then to the 35, lowers his shoulder, spins ahead, staying on his feet, picks up the first down, and gets to the 30-yard line. Boy, oh boy, he looked like Marshawn Lynch out there.
Oh, man, he was rumbling and bumbling. That's a great job. It's like saying, here, guys, hold my drink. I'll show you how to do it.
Man, oh man, and for Jared White, A guy who's been a little buried on the depth chart the last 2 years, went into the transfer portal after last year, came back, and he is a guy who's had some big plays, especially as a freshman. He was a freshman All-American for Montana State. Shotgun formation, snap, turns left, hands it off. Jared White up the middle, spins to stay on his feet as he's tackled on the Big Sky logo. They give him the 26-yard line. Second and manageable coming up.
You can definitely see that Mr. White is hungry. He wants to get some more shine, and he's definitely putting some great things on tape. You want to talk about evaluating for later on in the season for upcoming games? He's out there trying to earn his mark, and great job by it.
Jared White, a fourth-year junior, playing in his 31st game, came in with 871 yards in his career. He is averaging 7.3 yards per carry in his career. Colson Kuhn back in there now. Snap, Duchesne hands it off. Kuhn cuts left, hits the linebacker, and falls forward. They give him the 23-yard line. 3rd and 3 for the Bobcat offense, driving from right to left in San Diego territory with a 38-7 lead. 8 minutes to go in the game.
Great opportunity to keep that clock moving. I mean, we're in the fourth quarter. I know you want to get your plays in, but at the same time, really pay attention to that play clock. Pay attention to the down and distance. This is a crucial 3rd down. You got to have it. Now let's keep the ball moving.
Big-time reps. Javonte King, Jacob Trumbull in on the left side as wide receivers. 2 tight ends right of the line. Pistol formation. Kuhn, the running back. Duchesne takes the high snap, hands it off. Kuhn met the line of scrimmage, and nowhere to go. No gain. 4th and 3 for the 23-yard line. And the Bobcats will run the kicking unit out there. Miles Sandstead was good from 43 yards earlier, and he will have an opportunity here for a very makeable field goal.
Definitely makeable. I mean, that 43-yarder looked like it could have went for 55. He had definitely enough leg underneath it.
This will be a 40-yard attempt. Question will be, will he hit a 50-yarder this year? That's been kind of his benchmark over last year and early this season. Snap, little high, brought down. Right-footed kick is up from Sandstead. It's got the leg, and it is good. So Miles Sandstead, good from 40 yards out. Nice job by Colby Froker bringing that snap down a little bit and keeping everything in rhythm. Bobcats lead it 41-7 over the San Diego Toreros. 6:51 to go in the ball game. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Football presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simkins Howland believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simkins Howland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Being healthy means something different to everyone. For some, it's pushing limits. For others, it's just showing up. At the Ridge Athletic Clubs, we're here to support all of it with world-class equipment, group fitness, childcare, aquatics, and space to recover and recharge. This is your place to be. Strong, happy, connected, and confident. Visit ridgeathletic.com or stop by our 2 convenient locations for a tour today. The Ridge, proudly Bozeman strong for over 20 years. Go Bobcats!
Mountain Cold Refreshment, made to chill, 2025. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. 6:51 to go in the ball game. Bobcats lead 41-7 against the San Diego Toreros. Montana State, during that last drive, which ended in a 40-yard field goal by Miles Sandstead, have now gone over 500 yards of offense. 505 today. 315 through the air, 190 on the ground. Julius Davis, 8 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. Adam Jones, 13 for 46. Jared White now 4 carries for 27 yards. Lamson 6 for 21 and a touchdown. Colson Kuhn 5 carries for 13 yards. So 37 carries, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Bobcat rushing attack today. We also remind you, serving all your garage door needs is Door Tech, raising the door on qualities. The Bobcats getting ready to kick this off from right to left.
Also, 13 more minutes of time possession, which is a good stat as well.
Love that number as well, Dan. This kickoff is away, a little bit short this time. Caught at the 5-yard line on a run. Kreider gets to the 20, cuts up to the 25, and tackled just across that 25. They give him the 26-yard line, and they're going to give us another timeout. 6:46 to go in the ball game. Montana State leads 41-7 over San Diego, and the Toreros will have the ball after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built. Bryant's Heating and Cooling Systems. Bryant, whatever it takes. Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning. Carrier, turn to the experts. Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time. Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces. And NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built. Your fitness journey is your own, and at The Ridge, we're here to meet you wherever you're at with expert trainers, clean and spacious facilities, and amenities for the whole family. Fitness finally fits into your life. Whether it's lifting, swimming, playing, or just finding time to breathe, the Ridge Athletic Clubs are your place to grow stronger inside and out. Stop by one of our convenient locations or visit ridgeathletic.com to learn more. Bozeman strong, Ridge strong. Go Bobcats!
For more than 25 years, Amy Sayer has provided the highest level of service in the real estate industry in the Gallatin Valley. In conjunction with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Montana Properties, Amy and her team are committed to providing the very best experience for their clients and customers through sound guidance and excellence in service. So if you're thinking of buying or selling or have questions about our current real estate market, call Amy Sayer or visit amysayer.com.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. 6:46 to go in the ball game. Montana State comfortably up 41-7 against San Diego. Coming up next week, Mercyhurst will be in town for a 1 p.m. kickoff, and then Eastern Washington is here for a 2 o'clock kickoff on September 27th. That's the homecoming game, and then the Bobcats go to Northern Arizona, and that'll be a very, very difficult matchup when they head out to Flagstaff. Always tough when they get up there. Intermountain Health presents our look around the Big Sky, and right now North Dakota leading Montana 16-14 as they get ready to head to the fourth quarter. San Diego heads out on the field now. They will go from left to right. Tyler Voss has entered the game at at quarterback. Snap, hands it off. Getting to the 25 and then the 30, stopped there. A couple of yards on the pickup. Second and long. So, yeah, North Dakota's had a great year, and that, Leo, is one of the real big games we're keeping an eye on between Montana and North Dakota. Montana, remember, lost at North Dakota last year as well.
I mean, North Dakota's been an up-and-coming program since they made the jump about a decade ago. They've been doing a great job thus far this year. They've put some points on the boards against some pretty competitive teams. And it just goes to tout, the region that we live in, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. Great football programs.
Shotgun snap. Voss hands it off. Getting to the 30-yard line and stop there. Yeah, they actually got to the 32. So that'll bring up third down. 5:55 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 41-7.
Big time third down for these young guys. They get a chance to be able to hear those bells ring in their ears a little bit, peel back, pin the ears, go get that quarterback. I'm assuming it's definitely a passing down. It's third and long. Give these guys an opportunity to be able to get their reps in, put some good things on film.
Hudson Weems into the ball game at defensive tackle out of Bozeman here. Cool to see there. Seth Brock's in at defensive end as well. He scored that great special teams touchdown last week. Here's the snap. Voss pumps, rolls, looking for room. He's deep in the backfield, escapes, and gets hit hard as he picks up the first down up to the 40-yard line. Boy, he got smoked and crunched between a couple of blue jerseys and found his way through for a first down to the 40.
Jace McMillan, he was the first one to put his shoulder pad right in his chest. And then I believe, I couldn't get a number on the second one.
Tanupo was
Tanupo.
number 55.
Yeah, he was in pursuit as well as 98 there, man. I tell you what, but Jay's really stuck him good.
Yeah, 98 is Hudson Weens getting some of his first run as a Bobcat. 4:35 to go in the ball game. Here's the snap. Voss hands it off up the middle. Ooh, look at Jace McMillan come in against a bigger running back and get the stop. That was a nice stop by Jace McMillan. These young corners, man, they pack a punch.
Oh, they do. They play with some fire, man. I love it. You know, they only weigh about $160, $170, but they're playing like they're 200-pound hitters. They have really mastered that same foot, same shoulder technique. I bet you J.O. kind of pulled him aside and taught him that.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Snap, play action. Voss throws over the middle, caught. Twisting down to the 40-yard line in plus territory. Christopher Hall making the catch with Xavier Aarons on the coverage.
Xavier, if he would have got his head around just a little bit earlier, we might be looking at an interception situation. But that comes with reps, young man out there. It's good for him to be able to be able to fill this out. Once again, I can't stress enough, man, there's no substitute for live repetitions. You got your home crowd, you got a band going on. Nothing beats that on a Saturday afternoon.
Hudson Weens, by the way, making his college debut right now. Pretty cool to do it. Here at Bobcat Stadium, your hometown. Snap, Voss fires over the middle, tipped twice and incomplete. Ho-ho! J.J. Dolan almost with the interception. And one thing to note here, Leo, kind of looking for that first pick of the year, there are only 2 career interceptions on the Bobcat 2 deep, and that is Caden Dowler and Zach Cruz. That's it. Those are the only 2 guys from Montana State that have interceptions this year, or in their career.
In their career, wow. So, you know, these young guys, they got a place at the table if they can get one. That third one's, you know what they say, third one's the best one.
2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line in plus territory. Snap, Voss hands it off to the 40-yard line and stop there. Jake Vegan into the game as well. He's battled some injuries, got that left elbow all bandaged up with a big brace, but in on the stop among a few others.
It's good to see some homegrown Bobcats out there, these young guys. Just think a few short 4 or 5 years ago, they're the little guys in the stands tossing a football on the field after the game, and here they are now, and that's how special Montana State football is to a lot of people here in this state. A lot of kids in the stands right now dreaming of one day donning the blue and gold.
Certainly some future Bobcats out there now making noise. 3rd and 8. Snap. Voss to throw. Deep down the middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. Coulter Petrie had it go right through the wickets. That one should have been picked.
It should have been picked. He's right now telling his teammates, probably wishing, can we run that back? But there's no repeats in football. Hey, you know what? That's all right, though.
I think I know what the wide receivers are going to tell him, though.
That's why you play DB.
Well, all good things. Future is bright for Coulter Petrie out of Helena High. Today playing in his 19th career game. Grew up a Bobcat fan. He's one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Snap. Ooh, it's low. Short hops in there. Punter still scoops it up. Gets a high arcing punt off, and it does land in the end zone. Twice we have seen a short hop snap. A nice play by the punter, looking like a shortstop. 2:20 to go in the ball game. Bobcats up 41-7 against the Toreros. But, you know, Dan, those legacy guys, the guys who came to Bobcat games as a young fan, now getting an opportunity to get out there. We're seeing a few of those guys right now, always special to watch.
Well, you're seeing that, and you're also seeing sons of guys that played for Montana State. I love the recycling with the Rollins, and but over the years we've had a number of brothers and sons of former Bobcat players, and that's what's really cool to see.
Certainly a family affair. Leo knows about that with some brothers who have played here as well. Here's the snap. Play action. Quick screen to the far side. Caught there up to the 25 and forced out of bounds. Shy of the 30. No, actually stepped out at the 26.
Now that was Keith Christensen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That was Keith Christensen.
His dad played football for Montana State out of Dillon.
Yes, sir. Another Dillon, Montana native. Always nice to see as we hit the 2-minute timeout. Bobcats have the football, winding this thing down, well on their way to the first win of the year in what has been a family affair in the fourth quarter. Bobcats 41, Toreros 7, 2 minutes left in the ball game. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You've seen Old Faithful, now go deeper. Come for the geyser, but stay for West Yellowstone, where real Montana magic happens. 2-minute door-to-park access, that's your reality here. Scenic hikes, wildlife encounters, and that cozy mountain town charm bleeding into your bones. Trade the crowds for wide-open skies. Download our travel guide and find your Yellowstone base camp in West Yellowstone. Stress-free, thrill-filled, and authentically wild. Visit YellowstoneDestination.com. West Yellowstone, your shortcut to true Montana moments.
Montana Farm Bureau. We are the farmers and ranchers who raise the juicy beef on your tailgate grill, who grow the wheat for your fresh burger bun, and who harvest the barley for the cold beer in your Bobcat koozie. We are the grassroots voice of agriculture, advocating for farmers and ranchers across our state. Farm Bureau is leading Montana toward a future with a prosperous agriculture economy and thriving rural communities. Join Montana Farm Bureau at mfbf.org and go Bobcats.
2 minutes remaining. Montana State leading 41-7 against the San Diego Toreros. Bobcats doing everything they were supposed to do today. Justin Lamson, 293 yards through the air. Taco Dollar, a pair of touchdowns. Lamson with a rushing touchdown today as well. And we're starting to see some career firsts. Keaton Christensen out of Dillon, Montana, his first career catch today. Caden Dollar got his first career sack today. And just seeing a few other guys make their debut. Hudson Weens has gotten into the game as well, so nice to see some of that. Jared White has gotten his first carries of the year. Colson Kuhn has gotten his first carries of the year. So things coming along, and that next generation just peeking their head up out of the foxhole a little bit.
Oh, a little bit, but, you know, to them it's a lot of it. I remember being a freshman, getting into some games and just enjoying the atmosphere, and just finally all this hard work has paid off, but there's so much more room to grow.
Here's the snap. They hand it off on the sweep. Jabez Woods looking for room. Bounces to the outside the numbers. 35 and out of bounds across the 40. He got hit about 4 steps out of bounds, but at this point they just let that go. Also, by the way, North Dakota has scored early in the fourth quarter. They're up 23-14 in Missoula with 14 minutes to go.
You love to see it as a Bobcat fan, you know. Hey, gold over silver any day. That's what I got to say.
Speaking of silver, I do spot the Raiders' Tommy Mellott jersey, although Mellott now signed on the practice squad with the New Orleans Saints.
But it goes to show, I mean, the lasting impact that young man's going to have on this campus.
Snap, handoff, Jared White up the middle, stripping tacklers to the 45-yard line. Jared White is a strong runner.
He really is, and he stays true to that 7 yards of pop every time he touches the ball. He's really hungry. I guarantee we're going to see more of him as the season progresses. He's a special kid. He's a heck of a human being, and he's just a workhorse out there on the field, baby.
He can also catch the football. He has 7 career catches for 4 career touchdown receptions.
That's pretty good odds. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting on him.
Yeah, 4 of his 7 career catches have gone for a touchdown. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends left. Shotgun formation, White the back. Clock winding down, the snap. They hand it off. Jared White bouncing to the numbers near the 50-yard line and unable to stay in bounds. That'll stop the clock. Used a stiff arm, really put a man into the turf with that thing.
He did, and that man's almost twice his size. Great job by the young Bobcat. Well, the older Bobcat. But it's just crazy to, you know, in the few short years, his stat line. I mean, play for play, that's got to be some greatness right there.
No doubt. He was on pace at one point to hit 1,000 yards before he hit 100 carries. That has come down now over the last couple of years.
But speaking of former Bobcats, Marcus Weir in the house. Got to talk to him during the Bobcat prowls. Good to see him. He's healthy. Still looks like he can play, though. Holy cow, he's a big boy.
Does sound like he's still hoping to play somewhere. Here's the snap. Throw is knocked free. Intended for Keaton Christensen, but one of the D linemen got up and knocked it down. 1:03 to go in the ball game. Montana State up 41-7. And 2nd and 10 coming up at the 50-yard line. Cats over 200 yards on the ground today, averaging 5.5 yards a carry. And Justin Lamson, only 3 incompletions in the first 3 quarters. He's been out for the 4th, but 23 of 26. 2 receivers to the right, pistol formation, the snap. They hand it off. Colson Kuhn runs over the left guard, and he stopped shy of the 45. A 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 7. Now this quarterback room, obviously Justin Lamson's the guy. He's got 1 more year of eligibility after this. Then you have the Patrick Duchesne and Chance Wilson fighting it out as some redshirt sophomores. Both guys with great skill. Wilson incredibly athletic. Patrick Duchesne very consistent. And then you've got River Warren, who's a guy who's highly trained and a guy who had some FBS offers. He's kind of hovering down below. And then the son of the head coach, Grant Vegan, coming out of Gallatin. Bobcats in the victory formation. 1 more snap. Here it is, to the knee. Duchesne puts it in the turf, and this ball game is over. Montana State behind a stellar day from Taco Dollar. 8 catches for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. They have their first win of the 25 season. 41-7, Bobcats win it over San Diego. We'll take a break. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
At Manhattan Plumbing and Heating, we are committed to being your trusted source for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs in Gallatin County. Proudly locally owned and operated, our skilled team has been providing exceptional service and expertise for over 2 decades. Whether service or new construction, we provide quality solutions for your home or business. If you need urgent plumbing repairs, efficient heating or cooling solutions, Manhattan Plumbing and Heating is here to help. Call us today at 406-284-4133 to learn why we are the area's most trusted and reliable choice. And go Cats!
Montana holds some of the greatest hunting in the country, and much of that occurs on private land. Access to private land is a key part of hunting and wildlife management, but that access is at risk with every gate left open, piece of litter left behind, or torn up ag field from someone driving where they weren't allowed. As hunters and guests in Montana, we must do better. Get familiar with Montana's block management program and follow the rules for every block management area you hunt, because we either do better or we'll lose access. It's that simple. It's up to us. Respect access, protect the hunt.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Jim Harrison once said, "It's hard to be unhappy in the middle of a river." Of course, we'd like to add, on top of a mountain, inside a log cabin, driving down a dirt road with a view. You see, Montana is our home, and no one is happier to show it to you. Yellowstone Brokers.
Looking to build something solid and long-lasting? Look no further than Fortified Building Solutions in Belgrade. Whether you need metal roofing, siding, buildings, or pole barns, we've got you covered. And whether you are a seasoned contractor or first-time DIYer, you can count on our personalized service and support from beginning to end. Visit us in Billings or Belgrade or at FortifiedBuildingSolutions.com and start building today. That's FortifiedBuildingSolutions.com. Proud supporter of the Bobcats.
Bobcat football has been brought to you by Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, Ag West Farm Credit, grounded by tradition, inspired by possibility, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. This is Bobcat Postgame.
Cats win it 41-7 against the San Diego Toreros. A dominant win for the Cats. They score 5 touchdowns today. New little tradition here. They're taking the jingle from Go Cubs Go, which was written to highlight the Cubs games on WGN back in the 80s. It has become a post-game song for the Cubs now at Wrigley, but they're putting in some lyrics for the Bobcats, which is an interesting one. Anyway, I'm a Cubs fan from Chicago, so these are the things I know. Anyway, Cats win it 41-7. Quickly, Leo, heck of a win for Montana State today.
Hey, a win's a win, but this one was a great win. I mean, anytime you can put up 41 points on an FCS program, let alone start establishing that run at 218 yards, 539 yards total offense. I mean, this is what we're accustomed to seeing here at Bobcat Stadium. Great job by this team. The defense played just absolutely superb the first 3 quarters, letting up a fourth quarter touchdown. Great job all around. Special teams, no blocks, no missed assignments, and that's what you look forward to seeing in a Bobcat football program.
All right, we'll take a break. More to come. Montana State wins it 41-7 over San Diego. They are 1-2 on the season. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Revelry is your neighborhood eatery, here to serve a wholesome and savory palate that celebrates Montana roots with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We revel in a natural and energetic habitat that livens any day. We serve Bozeman's best pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and salads in a comfortable environment with 2 amazing patios. We love hosting Bobcats old and new. Check us out at 24 North Tracy or online at revelrymt.com. Go Cats, go!
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant's Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant's Whatever It Takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier Turn to the Experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Your Montana Chevy dealers, home to powerful trucks like the legendary Chevy Silverado. With 9 trims and 4 powertrains to choose from, you'll find the perfect blend of capability and efficiency that's right for you. Plus, for a long day of towing, Silverado offers advanced camera tech so you can feel confident every mile of the way. From hitching to driving to parking. Test drive the Chevy Silverado and check out current offers at your Montana Chevy dealers. Proud sponsors of your Montana State Bobcats.
In football, you feel it before it happens. The sound of the snap, the rush of the pass, the breakdown field, and the Cats crowd goes wild. Every winning play starts with a plan. And when it comes to your child's dreams, starting early makes all the difference. For just $25, save for their future with Achieve Montana, the college and career savings plan for every little Cats fan. Because today's touchdowns are just the start. Begin saving at AchieveMontana.com. To learn more about investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description carefully before investing.
Bobcats win it 41-7 over the San Diego Toreros. Cats improved to 1-2 with Mercyhurst coming up next week. Next week, the final game before Big Sky play begins. All right, we're going to hear from head coach Brent Vigen in a moment, but first, let's take one more timeout, and then we'll get Coach Vigen with the Cats winning 41-7 over the Toreros. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
Montana holds some of the greatest hunting in the country, and much of that occurs on private land. Access to private land is a key part of hunting and wildlife management, but that access is at risk with every gate left open, piece of litter left behind, or torn up ag field from someone driving where they weren't allowed. As hunters and guests in Montana, we must do better. Get familiar with Montana's block management program and follow the rules for every block management area you hunt, because we either do better or we'll lose access. It's that simple. It's up to us. Respect access, protect the hunt.
World-class physicians, patient care that's second to none, the most advanced technology available. With a scorecard like that, you can trust Vance Thompson Vision to provide you with the best possible options for your vision. From LASIK to cataracts to everything in between, our surgeons and their teams root for their patients with as much dedication as diehard fans do for their favorite teams. Request your laser vision consultation from the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats. Visit VanceThompsonVision.com.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Did you know that Tirerama offers more than just tire services? Our expert technicians take care of other vehicle needs like belts and hoses, brakes, check engine diagnostics, oil changes, wheel alignments, and more. It's all about our dedication to keep our customers' vehicles running smoothly so they can travel with peace of mind. When it comes to your vehicle needs, Tirerama's got you covered. Find your neighborhood Tirerama and see a list of services at Tirerama.com. Tirerama, more than just a tire store.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Bobcats on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Bobcat Pride, powered locally.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Back at Bobcat Stadium with Montana State winning today 41-7 over San Diego. We'll hear from head coach Brent Vigen here shortly. First, if you're looking for more college football action following our broadcast, you can check out the College Football Blitz for free by going to the Varsity Network app. It's college football audio version of the NFL Red Zone channel every Saturday from noon to midnight Eastern. Just search College Football Blitz on the Varsity Network app. We're keeping an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard with Montana hosting North Dakota right now. And at the moment, North Dakota just punted it, so Montana's got the football down by 9 with about 8 minutes to go. So important game going on over there, which, of course, we will keep an eye on. But up next, we're about ready to hear from head coach Brent Vigen. I'll be curious to see what kind of tone and tenor he strikes today. Lots of good, certainly some things to clean, but in the end, a win's a win. The Bobcats get that first one of the year. So we are ready to go. We can hear from Coach Vigen right now.
Coach Vigen, two things. Compare last week's game with the progress they made this week, and then talk about the progress of Justin Lamson.
Dang, that's a loaded question right there off the top. I don't know. I think each week's its own week, and we have to take on whoever's in front of us. The team we faced last year is probably better than this team, but that can't affect our ability to get better. So I thought we did a good job of seeing the good and the bad from last week and really practicing hard and trying to work through that through the course of the week. This team beat a team last week that was ranked, so they're a solid outfit for sure. And we knew that we need to control the line of scrimmage, limit their ability to run the ball. Knew that we'd have to throw it a little bit more just because of how they wanted to load the box. And I think by and large that played out. I mean, it wasn't a perfect performance by any means, but we took a step forward. I think Justin, definitely took a step forward. I loved how he responded after that interception. Got another crack at the 2-minute, and that was mostly him in that drive. And we came out and scored a couple times with him at the helm in the second half. So, each of these experiences for him are really accumulating now. He hasn't been the regular quarterback until now. He's played quarterback, but now he's the regular quarterback. It's his job. The ebbs and flows will be part of it, and we're obviously behind him. And I think he took a good step today.
you mentioned it right there, but the 2-minute drill, I know it was a different scenario than the end of the South Dakota State game, but just I guess seeing Justin execute right at the end of the first half, I guess what would you see there?
Yeah, those situations we do practice, but they're so hard to truly replicate. With the rush, the situation, time on the clock, all that stuff, and to see him be able to get 2 opportunities, essentially, throw an interception after we got a first down. The first time the defense gave us another opportunity, and then to see that the offense go down the field, and that's significant because what happens in the middle 8, the last 4 of the first half and the beginning of the second half is so critical in our ability to win football games. And obviously when you're given those situations at the end of the game, those are beyond critical. So a step in the right direction as far as him running that drill.
And you mentioned middle 8 as well. Just it kind of felt like once you guys got to that point, the offense was just really efficient as well. I guess just what you think of as you guys kind of revved up to that moment and getting it to Adam and Julius and Taco.
Yeah, they were committed to stopping the run. I didn't love where we were at with our running back rushing game at halftime. So really challenged the group to let's come off the ball. And I know the result of it is we scored a couple times. I thought we came off the ball. Whether we're throwing the ball out there or not, in the RPO game, are we doing everything we can to impose our will? And I thought we did. We responded well on those first couple drives of the second half. I know Adam and Julius both got free a little bit there, and then Taco was able to do some things with some RPO plays. So, that response was needed after halftime. It's not that we had played bad or anything, but I felt like there was more we could do, and we did. So
the chunk plays that they had, that Taco or that Adam and Julius had, were more outside. Did you guys see anything that was maybe open more on the outside than the outside?
Yeah, I mean, getting outside, getting down the field, based on how they align is. I can't do it every play, but there are some opportunities out there. So I know we had a few design things to get ourselves on the perimeter. I know a few of the runs bounced that way. In particular, I think about Adam on the 3rd and short. We were kind of backed up at the beginning of the second half, and those guys, getting them in the flow and getting them going hasn't been easy here these first couple games. That's a tandem that we're really going to lean on. So it was good to see them, both have some success today.
And Taco, just having him freed up a little bit more this week, what did you think went into?
Yeah, those opportunities are a product of them loading up. You got a choice to make, and we've talked about it. Our ability to force the defense to play the width of the field is different this year. Last year, the last few years, by and large, it was with Tommy, and Tommy being able to, use his speed to, really force that, force the defense into that conflict. Now it can be done a little bit more with, spitting the ball out to Taco in particular. And he doesn't have to be the only one, but he's been the primary one. And when we can get him in space, he's a problem. I thought, last week we didn't really get him in space. We got him in space more this afternoon, and like the results of that.
Coach, I don't know if it's like a change of philosophy, or is it just kind of the way the game flowed, but so often in the past it's been the run game setting up the pass game. It almost seemed like today it was the pass game, and then all of a sudden that kind of set up some running lanes for you.
Yeah.
Is that a difference in philosophy, or just the way the game kind of
I think it's a function of how they play defense. They're packed in there, and if they have one more than we have, our ability to break out runs is going to be challenging. Now, we want to be able to be balanced for sure. So there is a philosophy there, but ultimately it's still to take what the defense gives you. And whether it's a run pass that ultimately we're coming off the ball like a run and it becomes a pass, that's still a run first thought, I guess. So we still have to establish the run game, but if a team is going to give us the perimeter and allow us to throw the ball out to our receivers, I think we're better equipped for that than we would have been the last few years. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Last week you kind of mentioned how Justin's scrambling was kind of one of the most effective parts of your offense against South Dakota State. I guess what did you think of just his decision making, whether to take it and run or
Yeah, I think if I'm correct, I know he's got 6 carries, must be a couple sacks in there, so let's call that 4. I think he was a little. I think he kept his eyes downfield. He He made a couple passes without scrambling. I know he scrambled a few times. I know in that 1 2-minute drive, he obviously scrambled for the touchdown. So I think that's going to be a weapon, and that's a good weapon. But there's that fine line of, okay, can I keep my eyes downfield? Can I, when I do get out of pocket, can I get the ball in someone else's hands? So I think there was growth in that regard, and the fact that he, has just 6 carries, I think, is a positive thing. Or 6, yeah, whatever. I don't think I can't see the sacks on this, but I think we had a few, 2 sacks, fairness.
And defensively, just being able to really just shut them down on both sides, especially the run. Anything?
Yeah, no, I compliment our defense. That was a team that spread people out these first couple weeks, had some success running the football. The running back had 50-plus carries in these first 2 games, and we eliminated that part of their game. I know they got some yards as the game went along, but at halftime they really didn't have anything to speak of running wise, and really the effort was to make their quarterback as one-dimensional as we could, and we did that and really made it hard on them. Another really good performance on 3rd down. They were 2 of 11. And if we can do that, win that 3rd down margin, we're going to be all right. But that's about a defense really playing together. So I think our growth the last couple of weeks has been what we wanted. We're not done growing by any means. I know we got a bunch of guys in that game, which I think will be helpful. But I think we've made some strides on defense the last couple of weeks.
I thought Patrick Duchesne looked pretty comfortable coming in off the bench. Yeah. How nice was it to have that lead and be able to actually get him out on the
Patrick held for us last year, but I don't think he got to snap a quarterback. So for him to get out there, because you never know, and Patrick won that backup job out of fall camp, and there's no way to replicate game experience. And I thought he handled things well. Had a couple opportunities to make a few throws. He's a good athlete. We really didn't get him running at all, but I thought he operated the offense like you want your backup quarterback to win a first opportunity like that.
Coach, coming into the season, one of the question marks was the secondary. Can you talk about the growth through 3 games so far?
Yeah, I think we're 3 games in. I told the team this. We're not a young team anymore. You get the experience that we've had. I think those guys are different players, and I think what you see is a group that now you get some games behind you. You've played against some really good people. There's a resiliency that comes along with that. Teams are going to complete passes. Ideally we don't let them get behind us. But I think the last 2 games that group has challenged more coverage. We've been more challenging in our coverage, and I think we have the athleticism to do that. I think we've tackled, significantly better in the last 2 games in the secondary than we did in that first game. So I think real noticeable growth. We're going to be without Taki for a while, so the continued emergence of Bryant and J.J. Dolan has been big. Getting some other guys in there. I think we're playing all 4 of those corners right now, so I don't think that was necessarily going to be how we were going to do it, but that's how it's worked out, and that's good. That's the more depth we have there. So progress. I think we need to keep pushing that entire group because obviously the better they play, the better our defense plays.
You guys only had to punt like twice today, but did you see any whatever improvement?
Got them off. We did punt block today. Broke our streak. No, we've worked real hard at that. I know it was a couple critical plays in those first 2 games. 2 blocks and a significant pressure. So, I think the first piece is we only had to punt twice. Punting I think 14 times those first couple games. I mean, that's not who we want to be. Might happen from time to time. We got to execute when we're out there. So I trust our execution on those 2 is what it was supposed to be, and we got an opportunity to build off that. And I think Colby's consistency, looking at the last quarter of the South Dakota State game and in this game, he's hit the balls that we expect him to. And his averages jumped up, and I do think he can ultimately become a real consistent weapon. I thought he kicked off real well today, and real pleased with his progress.
And just getting first win and ending the little losing streak you had, just how do you feel? How does the team feel about getting the first one of the season?
Well, I don't know. I think each week's its own week. I know we speak of we want to go 1-0 every week. Not getting too caught up in the fact that we hadn't won a game. We just need to win this game. And same thing will be our mindset going into this next game is our record is what our record is. How do we go 1-0 this week? And if you can live forward in that regard and not be, too caught up into what's on that last column, because then you start. I talked about it at the beginning of the week, the urgency versus the panic. I think the more you think about your past, you're more liable to panic. The more you just say, okay, we got to keep getting better. How do we find a way to take a step forward? That's that 1-0 mentality that we need to live by. In this group, it's a lot of new guys figuring out what that means. So I appreciate, again, how we went to work this week and how we showed up at practice every day and got the progress through the week so we could come out and play the way we did to take a step forward.
All right, that was head coach Brent Vegan after the victory. Cats win it today 41-7 against San Diego. Take a break. When we come back, Dan Davies rejoins us to recap the victory. Cats win it 41-7. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Revelry is your neighborhood eatery, here to serve a wholesome and savory palate that celebrates Montana roots with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We revel in a natural and energetic habitat that livens any day. We serve Bozeman's best pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and salads in a comfortable environment with 2 amazing patios. We love hosting Bobcats old and new. Check us out at 24 North Tracy or online at revelrymt.com. Go Cats, go!
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Back on the post-game show with the Bobcats winning it 41-7 today. Time for our post-game roundtable between myself, Leo Davis, and Dan Davies. Bobcats getting that first win of the year. All right, Dan, almost 22,000 again today, first and foremost. And, there is greatness in consistency, and Bobcat fans have certainly been consistent the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's remarkable, especially after a disappointing loss. There would be probably some reasons that you wouldn't go or say something came up. But, man, they were here, and they were loud. Hats off to that crowd, and what a home field advantage.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Leo, for you, somebody who obviously Dan's been here a long time, but for you as well to just see this fan base be so consistent, it's got to be special.
Oh, most definitely. And my dad and I were talking about it this morning over a cup of coffee that big changes since coming to the games in the early 2000s, late 90s till now. I mean, we had high school bleachers over here, which used to be the Pepsi end zone with a little bit of shrubs in front. But now it's the Sonny Holland end zone. We got a big Jumbotron. Another row of fan chairs there below the big screen. And man, this place has evolved to a top-tier program and a place people not only want to play for Montana State, but they look forward to it when they got to come here and play too.
Yeah, Bobcats were still ranked 4th in the nation, even though they were 0-2 before this one, and they certainly proved that ranking right in some ways with a very comfortable win against a team that was much improved for San Diego than over the last couple of years. But, Dan, we kind of went in this with a couple of well-defined questions that we thought the Cats would have answers to, but from the ground game, the rushing attack perspective, what was your impression?
Yeah, there was improvement for sure. I mean, I would classify this game as a feel-good game, and there's a lot of good things to feel good about. There's some things obviously got to work on. It's only the 3rd game, and There's things that need to be improved, but the tone of Coach Vigen's voice in the press conference there, that he was kind of trying to believe that the rushing game was better in the second half. He didn't go overboard with that, but he alluded to that and felt better about that. But he knows it can be so much better. And, he talked about, the progress of Justin Lamson, and he's progressing and feeling more comfortable back there and trusting the things that he's seeing.
Yeah. Leo, your impressions of the offensive line performance today?
I think they did good, but we're at a point where you want to take good to great, right? So we want to see that consistency, 7-8 yards a pop when we rush on the ground. Is that perfect case scenario every single time? No, but being able to get your hat to the right side, play side, making sure that we're able to work as a unit from level 1 to level 2, and being able to open up those holes big enough to be able to let Adam Jones or Julius Davis or whoever's back there being able to run and give them an opportunity to get one-on-one with the safety in the hole.
Overall, the air attack looked pretty dang good. Justin Lamson, 293 yards today, only 3 incompletions. That was a sight for sore eyes. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think this offense is starting to evolve opposite that it did last year. The run set up the pass. I think the pass this year so far is kind of setting up the run a little bit. And when that gets more successful, there is going to be some more success on the ground, which is going to be really difficult for teams to defend.
Yeah, and Leo, the amount of guys who can catch the football on this team right now, it's a pretty deep group.
No, it's a very deep group, and they're very skilled. Now, the conversation might change once Chris Long reappears out there in pads.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another target, another threat, and it just kind of balances the field for you. And then you're able to set up some really big plays in crucial situations.
And Dan, this defense, man, oh man, there's some things that are settled on this team right now, and one of the things that is settled is this is a good defense.
Yeah, those the linebackers have progressed faster than I think everyone thought they would.
Yeah.
And with Bryce Grebe there, and of course you've got Neil Daly out, but those other guys are coming along fast, and it's going to be nice to have that depth at linebacker as the season progresses.
I mean, that was a concern, the depth at linebacker. It's already being tested with Neil Daly getting hurt early, and Jody Owens back to being the linebacker coach for the first time after he was safeties last year, but he has really brought these boys along.
No, he really has, and, I know Jody personally from a player's perspective, heck of a teammate, legendary Bobcat, and I can only imagine, yes, Hall of Famer, All-American, just a solid, good dude all the way around, and I already know that he's the type of guy that can really lead a room like that. You give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, and he doesn't care what people got to say about, hey, we might not have depth or experience. Well, he's going to make sure we got experience, and he's the type of coach and a leader to be able to get it done, and no better coach in my mind to have in the linebacker room than Jody Owens.
Yeah, he had the line of the week on the podcast and the pregame show this week of, everybody's telling Cole Taylor he's so good right now, but you come into the film room with Coach Owens, and I'll show you and break down just how good you actually can be. And it's fun. It's fun to see that, and that's a championship-level mindset.
Well, that's what you have at this time of year. Everybody in America after 3 games has stuff to work on, and you better not get too high, you better not get too low, because it's a long season. But the other thing, Keaton, I want to mention is, the punt game cleaned up, and didn't punt a whole bunch today, but they had a punt at midfield, and they had one backed up. You need to practice that. You got to have that in your repertoire to be able to execute when you're deep in your own end zone, and they took care of that. It was clean, and they did a great job with coverage.
Going to need that as we go on, Leo.
No, we definitely will. Hopefully we don't have to punt as much as we have in the first 2 games, but like Dan said, those are things that you want to see, and I'm always talking about there's no replication for live reps. In practice, you can try to do it as much as possible, but the situation, the scenario, the feel of the game, those are things that, yes, we definitely want to make sure that we keep clean. We got it cleaned up, but keep getting better at.
And the youth was kind of on display a little bit there late in the game. We got to see Hudson Weens making a college debut. Xavier Aaron's getting in there a bunch. Josiah Swega, a true freshman, as well. Petrie and Dolan at the safety spots. Fun to see some of these young guys and Montana kids getting out there.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what happened last year. As you get a comfortable lead, you can get some guys, get lots of turns in there, and that's really, really important. As Coach Vigen and you have that discussion a lot about, how much depth you can develop when you have games that you can get those guys in.
Yeah, and anytime you got Fairview to Dillon, when you got Duchesne to Christensen in the pass game, that's a fun thing to see.
No, it's beautiful, and I love it for the great state of Montana, and that's how you build a program. You get these guys in young, you get them some reps, live, young, and they stick around, and they become those fifth-year captains. They become that senior leader, that All-American, and you see it time and time again, and that's one of the things that separates Montana State football from the rest of the teams in this nation. It's not just a feeder team; it's a program team. You buy in, you lock in, and you're here.
It's a destination, and that's what people want to do. They want to come here. They want to get better. They want to play football. They want to play in front of this environment. And Dan, in an era where we don't get to see that a lot, this is still a developmental destination, and that is a rare thing to say at any level of college football in 2025.
Yeah, that Coach Fegan and his staff have been able to maintain that and further develop it in this day and age of transfer portal and NIL things that are going out there. He's been able to galvanize the group and keep them together and not batting 1,000. The good players are probably going to find a spot or get searched out to go somewhere. But he's, by and large, been able to keep the nucleus.
If you can make people want to stay here, you'll keep a few extra, and sometimes that is just the difference. We got to see some of those playmakers today. All right, any other final thoughts today, Dan?
No, and, got to get to 2-2.
Yep.
And that starts next week. And I know they're going to enjoy this for a minute, but they're going to get right back to work on Monday.
Yep. Mercyhurst coming up on Saturday, 1 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air at noon next week. All right, Dan, appreciate everything, and we'll talk again next week.
All right. Beautiful afternoon out there.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll still get you some highlights and get you caught up on some of the out-of-town scores after this. But first, a timeout. Bobcats win it 41-7 today over San Diego. You're listening to Bobcat Football, presented by Learfield.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association.